That's one. Now let's get my allies.
I think it's more fun.
If we just hear 1/4 of a D&D game, and Scott's just narrating it, nobody knows what we're actually saying back to him.
All right, everybody can hear you now.
Yay!
Can they?
Yay.
Let us know in the chat if you can hear us. You probably can only see me, but you can hear them because we're looking at the map. All right, so players, I am zoomed in to Cinder Island, which has kind of been our lives right now. Just so everyone is reminded, this red line is kind of where they've been. Currently, they're right there in Millwest.
Where we've
Center.
been.
Those 4 yellow circles indicate the different 4 branches of the Shardmine Emporium that you guys located. All right, last time on episode 38. Rooter butter was made thanks to the intricate, random skills of the Shardminds. VR Gressive dove straight into the butter and pulled in Russ Quinn with her, both of them now high and utterly useless for the time being. The squad turned to Sir Boyle Grifflin, still in cat form, and agreed to take him up on his offer. The plan was to go inside the Shardmine Emporium, walk through the displays, and find the secret door at the end that would lead to the emergency shutoff switch for the building's security. From there, go upstairs, kill Madame Chorine Grifflin and Sir Frederick Pike Grifflin, and send a message to the other Shardmine Emporium branches to call all the Shardminds for a recall. That's almost what happened. They were surprised by a murder scene where wizard security was present and denied them access to the displays. The squad was faced with turning around when the wizards noticed Russ Quinn's face from the Dragontooth's Most Wanted posters. Quickly, Russ drew the attention of the wizards, allowing B just enough time and an advantage on her stealth to wild shape into a rat and turn off the emergency security. The rest went as smoothly as possible. Until after the death and looting, they burned down the building and drew the attention of the wizard's security. B now stands in the doorway of the building next door after sniffing out Russ's location. The door has opened, and you now peer into a room with a large quantity of wizard guards, and the scent of Russ is gone, B. So, what do you want to do? Guard, wizard in white robes, light all behind him. Some wizards on a table. Looks like 5 of them were like doing something with their hands, and floating about them is a box that has some like electricity that's kind of like trying to go into like a small hole in the box, and they just kind of stop and like bring it down slowly. And everyone's just kind of looking at you. Wizard with long white hair, looks very young. The hair is kind of back in the shoulders, but there's like a hood on.
B, right?
Yeah, just looks at B.
He's just gonna stare back and not say a single word, just like as intimidatingly as possible, but doesn't open her mouth.
We're all still telepathically connected via that guy.
Yeah.
Forgot his name. What are the orbs?
Yes, you want the name?
I believe Vorg. It is Vorg who does the.
Vorg.
Yeah, it's Vorg.
Yeah.
Vocal Vorg.
Alright.
Vocal Vorg.
Okay, he just looks at you and raises like that bony part of his wrist and roll a wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna tell Bognak that we need to get people to the small village emporium. Is that what it's called? I think it's what it's called. And since he's closest to like that little escape pod hole thing that he came through, that he's our best bet at being the first one to go. So I'm gonna tell him, perhaps you can do something about that? Or tell
As
someone?
Cleonile.
Yeah. It's clear
Oh
now.
my! You just hear back. Oh my God! Why is there a fire?
Because Bognak is still back at the gardens using
Yeah.
clairvoyance to watch.
Near his hole.
I can see the whole entrances right now of both the
Right.
buildings. I guess through my idea.
They're right beside
I'm like,
you.
yeah, I see that. I don't want to leave you guys. Can you get it to the gardens? Where's Russ?
Well, I don't know where Russ is.
They took him
Anyone else
somewhere.
on this brain can hear us?
All right,
We don't
B,
really
what
have
did you
time
roll?
to figure out.
A dirty 20.
Ooh.
Okay, nothing happens. He just kind of drops his wrist and
And I
and looks out. Is anybody else running at that doorway, or was it just B?
We ran out first, and then we were all coming out because we were calmly walking.
Yeah.
As she was looking for her boyfriend as we were talking about what to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So she did have the jump on us. But
But
as we did
I
come out,
imagine we look over and see her getting spelled on.
You see from your angle, because you're sideways from the place, you can kind of see her standing at a doorway, and this, what looks to be some sort of wizard with the door open and light coming in from the inside. You might see a couple other that look like him, might be able to decipher this is kind of some wizard security. But as you're running up, you see that wrist go down while they are looking at her, and just turns to the side, like puts his hand behind the wall where B, or you guys can't see it. And B, you see all those wizards flash out of the room and disappear, and the room becomes empty. And he steps out right in front of your face, just enough in front of you. And you guys see him walk out. And as he stands tall, he's a good 6'5", 6'6", so he's much taller than B, double her. And just looks down and puts out his hand, and the entire building and lands in his hand and just puts it in his pocket and says, "If you want your boyfriend, you'll have to surrender yourself. Be aggressive." And disappears.
So is the rest of the party still like behind me?
out
or
running
like,
up now.
We saw
Okay.
that.
Boyle is
Okay.
running as a
Out.
cat. The building's still on fire beside you guys. It's just collapsed on fire.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
it's hot.
I come out as the mom cat. I have all my Shardminds with me, holding my stuff.
Mama
and I'm holding these.
Shireen, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm holding
You
my
just-
5 magic items.
He just kind of hits the ground and like with her fist like starts pounding the ground. It's like, I'm so tired of everybody disappearing. I don't get what's going on. And I like am screaming loud enough for them to like hear me.
Livia just kind of like runs over to B and is like, "We'll end up finding Russ, but we kind of need to get out of here, away from this burning building right now.
So
But we'll
Boyle
work on a plan."
gallops up and just immediately says basically the same thing. It says, "We have a deal to go back to the pirates and to be with the pirates, okay? I've done what I need to do. Let's go."
Oh, calm the fuck down, pussy.
A deal is a deal.
You're gonna get your end of the deal. Just calm down. We're having a
You're
moment
already
right
with the
now.
pirates. We are the pirates. You're doing
You need
the
to learn
thing.
to express yourself a little bit better.
You're not gonna get that dude from those wizards. They just relocated the entire security building.
Do you know
You
to
know where
where?
they took them?
No?
Um.
I mean, wherever, I guess there's... I don't know. I have no idea. This is
Do
some
you know who
high-level
would know?
security... just looks back at the burning building. Probably the severed parts of his parents in it.
We can walk
them.
and talk.
I'm like, we should probably be moving. Tim is in my head today.
Them.
We can-
No, this life is destroyed now.
Or maybe it's gonna rise from the ashes as something completely new and different. That's what I thought for Dragontooth. My life was over, and look at me now. Eating whoever I want. It's nice. Still looks like his mom.
Don't you mean whoever you want, Cleonile? Get it?
He's just going to just like nod his head. Okay, and he's going to turn around and start walking back from where you guys came from, but not like in a fast pace, just jauntily. As you hear him sigh.
We'll jaunt on too.
Not too sassily. Yeah, we'll head back the way we came out. Or back the way we came in, so at the front doors. We exit.
B stands there. What is she doing?
He's still like on the ground with like her fist on the ground, just looking at the ground this whole time, almost like she's in her own world and didn't even hear anything that was going on with anybody else, just kind of like out of it.
The
I'll put
grass
them
that's left under the house and around it is maybe squished, but it's still perfect and smells good, and it's bright out. All of it is disgusting. Because does Bee like flowers and perfume?
No,
Like,
absolutely
yeah.
not.
So it's as you look around, just that thought of where you are, you get this wave of thought of how just like disgusting this place is because it's all so perfect.
She starts to like feel herself holding back like a gag too, as well, from like feeling sick in general. Now, like the stress of not knowing where Russ is and all of that, she starts to feel herself like gag.
Cool. Con
And then she
saving
just,
throw.
yeah, I was about to say.
Con save throw.
It was a 17.
Yeah, you hold it in.
She holds it in a little bit, but still kind of like spits on the ground and wipes her mouth before she like stands up and then kind of comes back to the world and looks around.
B,
Hey, B, it might
we
be
gotta go.
to go out of the garden where we came in, because you came in as another form, right?
Yeah, it's a cat.
So, yeah, so you might not want to go back out the front door. If you want to meet me and Vorg over here, we'll wait for you.
Bee's almost in like a zombie-like state, like just kind of zoned out, looking for it. She's like, "We gotta find Russ. We gotta find Russ. We're just standing here. We've got to find Russ." But she's not even like yelling. It's just like very monotone.
The 8 or 9 Shardminds that you guys brought along with you stand around watching you walk off, watching B have this moment just kind of trapped in the middle, and they all just, as a group, are going to decide to walk with you guys.
Come on, Shardminds.
Maybe, well, yeah, I guess you could say you perched. Oh, yeah, you look like the cat lady. That's fine. Yeah,
These
B,
are my
we're
homies.
here, and yeah, trust me, I understand the feeling. I felt something pretty similar not long ago, and we just gotta get strong enough to save him. That's all we can do.
I'm gonna kill absolutely anybody or anything that stands in my way from this point on.
And
And we'll help you with that.
I'll tie the heads to your belt when you're done. But let's get out of here for now.
Yeah.
She just nods her head really slowly and still kind of just zoned out.
The building burns in the middle of the day. The place, the Mill West Center, is very intricate and large, shopping mall type. There are a lot of people around. People have already seen what's going on. People are running over. You can feel the word whispering throughout the crowds as you're leaving, including seeing guards, wizard-robed guards of Mill West running in your direction. Now you all are in disguise, except for B. So B, what do you want to do? You are a poster wanted criminal.
She's just gonna keep walking straight forward. Almost just looking at them, like zoned out, but looking at them, continuing to walk straight forward.
Everything's got that like.
Are you coming to us or are you going to Bognak? Bognak was calling you, but I didn't know. I just knew who you were following because we're not technically in the same places. Us and him.
Well, I was heading towards where with Bognak and them, because they
So
were
it's the
he was the one that had that like talk with B while she was zoned out.
Okay, so there would be guards coming from different ways to go this way, but they just wouldn't recognize anybody in Cleonel's party because you're all disguised. But if just lone B is walking down the streets of Millwest with guards running out, they're definitely going to see you. So that sound around you as your focus is like underwater. You can almost like hear just the 2 inches of air around your head, almost that feeling of like that security when Russ is in dinosaur form and he just rips someone's head off and he stands beside you breathing heavy. And what rips you out of that moment of comfort is just, I said, stop moving. And as woof, sound reappears, you hear the rustle and bustle. You see before you 3 wizard guards standing in front of you, all at attention, almost like you're about to do something, and you find your feet had stopped. What do you want to do?
She just slowly is gonna turn to look at them.
No, they're in front of you.
Oh, okay. Well, she just turns her head up then. Because I guess she wouldn't be kind of like looking them in the face because she's out of it. So she'll just like turn her head up to look at them. And then she'll go ahead and cast Primal Savagery, and her claws just come out and her teeth start to sharpen. But she just stands there like that, standing. and doesn't move.
They kind of look at each other. This is kind of in between Bognak and his clairvoyance, so can't really get a good vision. And there's a lot of people. Roll me a wisdom saving throw. 3 guards, 3 times.
First one was a 3.
Don't roll it the other 2 times. Your body becomes very stiff, and you feel you can't even move your arms as these like razor sharp claws with acid get dangerously close to your own hands as you just come forward. And they walk forward very cautiously, and they say, "B.R. Gressive, you are under arrest for your evil acts at Dragontooth Academy. You have rights that will be read to you in an orderly fashion. We are now taking your body inside."
Take me to Russ Quinn.
You can't even move your mouth. But you know what? I'll let you roll one of those other 2 saving throws to see if you can move your mouth.
Okay.
Wisdom save throw.
Oh, that was a nat 20.
You can say up to 15 words before it reshuts your mouth.
That's all she says. Take me to Russ Quinn.
B, why is that the last thing I'm hearing? B?
That you do hear that. You're all telepathically linked.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
what you hear. Take me to Russ Quinn. 2 of the guards are going to turn around and start walking quickly the other direction, as the other guard is just going to walk up and put his entire hand that has a glove on it on your face. And when he pulls his hand away, you are in this room that's full of trash. And as you look up, the ceiling's very leaky, like you're in some kind of like aqueduct or something. And everything's kind of dark around you. And as you kind of crawl up this like trash pile, you look and see the familiar archways of the substratum, of the different underground tunnels that all kind of lead back together to that big open pool area where you would lead your animal fights. But as you kind of get close to that big archway, this gate drops, and the space in between them is like half an inch. And before we go back to that, all right, you guys are going outside of Millwest Center. You're getting up to the front gates where the guards are going to halt you as they're checking people who exit and enter. Now, who looks different? You look like Madame Chorine now.
Yeah.
So
I'm the only person who looks something different.
okay.
Yeah.
Because Livia still looks like Livia.
They've already been watching you kind of walk up as the next person. They're going to document it. They're going to halt you. And pleasant day we're having, Madame Chorine.
Less than I'd like. And Kimberly now looks just like kind of annoyed. That's just the people with her. I'm leaving. And he asked me. I'm gonna ask you a question. Did you know? Did you know he was sleeping with that nun? Did you? Did everyone just know what was happening around here and no one wanted to tell me? You laughed behind my backs? Well, I know. So I'm leaving, and I'm taking the Shardminds and my shit, and he can burn in hell. Now may I leave?
Roll a performance check with advantage because you actually are the character.
That's
Hell
a
yeah,
20.
dude. Pop off.
Madame Chorine, I'm so sorry to hear that. You know I have to document this. Are you leaving? Are you gone? What about the Shardmind Emporium?
Well, I would say we would be splitting it half and half, but I don't think things would be going as amicably as possible. So if you do see me again, you better hope he's not around. Because I will have fury to rain down. I'm coming for everything he has. I don't want just one Emporium. I want them all. It will all be mine.
Yes, ma'am.
I made that place.
Demolishes that piece and just looks over and sees. Just kind of looks back at Madame Chorine, Looks back at Livia.
Yes, they are with me. The entourage.
Okay. I'll see you
Carry
when
my
I see
things.
you. Have a good day, Madam Cherry.
Thank you.
Immediately,
And
he's gonna go gossip to the other guard as you bust out of this
yeah.
high security magical hoo-ha and you're out into the palm trees midday of Cinder Island.
When in doubt, carrying it out. And we are heading
Yeah.
back to.
As you
This
run
is-
back in anime style with lines flying past you, little bubble of anxiousness on your forehead, you definitely look over and see the dust as like Sir Boyle is keeping up at like a great pace, and he's just laughing and looking at you, Cleonile, at that performance.
Who
of
looks
his
like
smile.
Cleonile again.
Cool. Where are you
We'll
guys
return
heading?
to. Outside of the perimeter, so we can meet back up with Bognak first, and then
Okay,
I guess
so
realize
And
that
then to the ship.
we're missing a person.
you guys are running out of the perimeter, Bognak. You're there, still below the bush. Gosh, there's a lot of people that were in here, but they seem to be clearing out, probably because the fire you just saw. B should be here any minute. What's taking her so long? You can't see her. What do you want to do?
Well, the last thing I heard was take me to Russ Quinn, right?
Yeah, and that's what you.
And then she popped away. Oh God! Oh no! She didn't get caught. She wouldn't get caught. And then I'm gonna try and move my clairvoyance like a little closer to like where I think she should be right now, and watch that for a second. Hey, can you guys still hear me? Are you still within range? Anybody there? B?
Yes.
Are
I
we?
assume. I don't know. If we are, then I respond. If
What?
not, I don't.
Yeah.
He's like calling out to
If
us
we're
mentally.
within range. Yeah.
No. No, you are
He is
not.
quiet.
Yeah, they kind of went dark because the plan was to meet up outside of there. So, as you move the clairvoyance down the streets, you see a bunch of people. It's not as hectic now. There seems to be word spreading about the fire. Whatever it is dissipated, so to speak. So it's still a bustling time around this city, but you don't see B anywhere. And is Vorg, was he outside of the tunnel?
Vorg was with me.
Okay,
Vorg
that's
was
what
with-
okay, so he's
Yeah.
just silently observing, and then as you can't hear anymore, if you look at Vorg, Vorg's just gonna give you the signal that can't hear him. They're not within range, as in B.
Bognak, because he spent some time watching the city before, knows there's a lot of people here that he definitely he can't deal with himself, like as much as he would like to. And he's pretty certain that if B was enraged or if she wasn't in focus, she might have challenged one of them. So he thinks they have her. Like doesn't see her coming, doesn't see anything, doesn't hear from her. He's just gonna sprint back to the meeting point and let the others know what's going on.
Yeah, you go down through the tunnel all the way back with Vorg. You all are back together except for B.
Where's
Where's B?
B?
They got her.
Supposed to meet you.
They got her. The last thing I heard was take me to Russ Quinn. And she's gone. And I hope she's with them. I don't know what to do.
So you're telling me B turned herself in?
Well, she does just need to rest for a little bit, and then she can turn into an animal, and maybe then she can escape.
Yeah, that's the hope.
But she wants to find Russ, wherever he is. Hopefully they take him to the same place. Should we rescue her, or do you think that she will just escape on her own? I can ask Penny to ask her.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, and Penny can send now.
What do you mean Penny can ask? Oh, 'cause sending.
Yeah.
Oh yes. She's very
But-
well connected with bugs.
I think we gotta trust her. She's gotten herself out of things before, but
And into. Maybe.
guys, I have a big secret, and you can't be mad at me. But Russ told me this last time, and I just need you guys to know that apparently Bee's pregnant. And I know this probably comes as a shock to all of you. We thought it was a disease. They've been lying to us. She's pregnant, and I'm really worried I'm really worried that she might not be able to do her usual stuff. Like
Livia
know.
just like looks over at Clea now, like the audacity of this man.
I'm
She's
worried she
been
might get
pregnant
sick.
for
Like,
a while, Bognak. How have you not known?
oh, what?
You thought dirty ass was a real disease?
Oh no, we've been accepting that cover because we knew she was pregnant. I was the one who made her
Yeah.
express that. You weren't there though.
Yeah, well, we gotta stop sharing secret time when I'm not around, because Russ doesn't know you guys know, apparently. So now he's gonna
Oh,
think I told everybody when he gets back, and it's
well,
just not gonna be a good look. But
well, that was on purpose. We wanted Russ to feel better, so we just said we lie and pretend that we believed him.
well,
You just
Yeah.
also happen to fall into that group. But now, this is kind of funny. I will tell Russ that you told us. Thank you, Bognak.
Livia's like, I will too. I'll do the same thing.
You
All
may
is
call
fair.
this stirring the pot.
oh my God, no, I've got to be the no, I've got to be the first one to get to him. so like,
And then Clea
Oh,
now
they're
turns
all
into-
going after Russ.
Clea now turns into Bognak, and she's like, right, I do have to be the first one to get to him.
shut up, Clean Isle.
Well, I guess this is exactly what I needed to happen. This was just Bee's plan all along. I was just playing the long game by
Also-
turning myself in.
Russ might have been so high that he might not remember telling me. But first things first, let's let the rest of the party know, because I don't know how we can even get to them
Yeah.
at this point. The only thing that I would propose, there's one wizard that might be willing to help us, but they probably aren't because they don't know our agenda.
These wizards out here trying to kill us.
I remember watching the party. There was one wizard that shed a tear as they talked about Cthulhu, and everybody else pretended like nothing was happening. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
about them, but if they have
I
some sort of
remember that bit.
teleportation magic, at least maybe they can help us get around. Because right now we don't have that.
Yes, there are a lot of things we don't have. Oh, okay. Well, let's go back to the ship and then we'll figure out what to do next, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, on your way
Also,
back
did
the
you happen to
ship-
get her name?
Did I get that one's name? Scott? I have two names, but I don't
Drop
know.
lady?
Yeah,
You should
Teardrop.
have Regreen Toop,
I do have a green tube.
Martin Andrews.
How many names does she have?
Oh, I don't. Actually, I have Roger Daniel and Nandy
Oh.
Eubanks.
Oh,
These are weird names.
okay, then you don't have those names.
Yeah. Well,
Write it down.
write it down. Write it down. Write that down. God told
Rodney
me.
Daniels?
Someone send it in
Hello?
the chat.
All right, back. Let's get away from that scene.
Go back to me.
Back in this room of trash, through the door as if it's not even there, just like full on walk right through it. Four of those wizards, exact same ones you've seen before, except these are proudly displaying an like a pendant of an upside down triangle that's like silver, and the inside it looks like a punch through it, and it's like glowing this slight white color.
What are the shining hole?
And they each have one that's identical. It's obviously some emblem, some symbol for something. And one of them's just going to kind of pull up his togue and walk up the trash, kind of sit to get on your level because he's really tall. How are you? Sorry about all this. Can I get you anything?
Yeah, Russ Quinn. Where's Russ?
Yeah, your boyfriend. Another villain from Dragontooth Academy, right? You guys were together there? This must be really hard for you because you guys are so close. Just trying to fill in the pieces.
Villain is a relative term. Have you met Russ? Is that a villain?
Well, see, that's kind of what me and my friends in the Shardminds Emporium is kind of interested in. Like, what are you guys doing?
Why don't you bring me Russ and then I'll talk.
Okay. Bring him in. They walk in with Russ. Let go of me. Oh! He just like crawls up the trash and just like looks like he's gonna go for your hug, but he's like moving you around looking for scratches and stuff. How's the baby?
Just like looks down, rubs her stomach a little bit. I think it's okay. I feel a lot better now than where we were before. It smells a lot better here. It's nicer.
He turns and looks at the wizard. if you lay one finger, he just puts up his hand, and you just see Russ's mouth disappear. I'm sorry, your boyfriend can go on and on. He's really got a lot to say about you. I'm gonna release him, but can you please just, tell him to. We just want to talk in this room that prevents you from using any magic or magically getting out or communicating in any way, for a precaution. Full transparency. And enough. Okay, I say we both just attack them. They're wizards, are scrawny little things. We go.
Can I roll like an insight check
Oh, wizard?
on the wizard?
Yes. Yes.
Please.
Did I have self-hate?
Also,
No, that wasn't
if
very
they
good.
can't-
That was a 7.
if they can't use magic, then the wizards shouldn't be able to use magic either. I think
Yeah.
we have a fight, just a full dagger fight.
Oh.
Oh.
God damn it. I'm grabbing a beer.
Okay, B's gonna turn to Russ and just like whisper very loudly so they can definitely hear. I won't even try to play like they can't. Be like, so what did you tell them already?
I told them we're having a baby and that we escaped the school. We had no idea what was going to happen, that you broke down the whole wall and destroyed everything, and that you just want to get away because Fatal was really weird. And also, Yumi is the mastermind of everything, but by accident because they're actually still dumb. So they get all the responsibility and the bad stuff, but they're also dumb.
He just nods and then turns back to the wizards and goes, okay, I'll talk, but don't touch me, I'm pregnant. He wasn't lying.
Okay, we won't touch you. Thank you. Do you guys need anything else before we have this conversation that can mutually benefit all of us?
He's gonna turn to Russ and look at Russ and go like,
Russ is just staring down the guy. I swear, dude.
God damn.
Try me.
it.
Okay. All right. I think we're good, fellas. We've got this. All right, let's start from the beginning. You two were sent, and he's going to go through your history. Obviously, you know exactly how you were caught. Episode 1, you know what you were doing. And he's going to say how you got into the school. And then he is going to start talking about Russ. And this will be the first time you've ever heard this about Russ.
before he gets too far into it, B wants to ask him how he knows all of this, though. She's gonna be weirded out if this is some person that she's never met before that knows all of this bullshit about her.
So we are council members. Now, council members works in Mill West such as this. Also, I just want to make it very clear why I'm being nice to you is because we need you. And you'll see why. We are council members. We belong to the Grifflin family. There are many families that own a seat, a membership. We serve the Mill West Center. What we are currently riding to get to is the center of the Mill West Center, where there, call it a shadow voice, shadow council, shadow whatever, boogeyman, some make to say, that we answer to. Now we know for a fact that they have an ornery, designs found by some dwarf or other from the expanse. Nobody really knows. They can see anywhere in this world. And the members know of Cthulhu. We've seen what happened, and we've been watching. Not all of us. And right now there is a big bid to be the top dog to find out who's going to be on the planning team, the attack team, the whatever team against Cthulhu. And we have you two. And the Shadow Organization knows about you two.
Yeah, I summoned Cthulhu with my own 2 hands. Did you not listen to Russ's fucking story that he told you earlier?
I'm not down.
Basically gave birth to Cthulhu.
This is great.
Mommy.
So I want to do my job to keep you alive so you can tell them that. And we can get this to get these and this to take down this.
He plays the rain all of a sudden.
He's kind of like nodding a
knows
little bit,
her.
looking at Russ, and is like, like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. What do you think?
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Look at you. You're wearing a tablecloth.
Dragon says,
He is wearing a tablecloth. And losers. I'm sorry.
Well, the other option is to just kill you for destroying the family home and business. I liked your first idea. It's good. It's good. So what do you guys think? You want to go for a little visit and hope it goes well?
be the spokesperson of Dragontooth. We should have seen this coming.
Oh my god, I know.
All right, I'll go to that place.
First Artheon, now B. We
Now
just send the
B.
chaotic people to the councils. What's happening here?
Okay.
Only if Russ gets to come with me. We go everywhere together from now on. No exceptions.
That's fine. I actually
He
think it'd be
gave her
better
his
if we
seed.
got the rest of you. Maybe Bognak, Penelope, Penny, Flora, Livia. Yes, we know about Livia too.
Oh,
We saw her leave.
yeah. I mean, I can take you guys there right now. I'm sure they would want to totally get in on all that, like all that bah bah and that ooh and that like oh yeah, totally. That's like 100% our thing.
Sounds good. What about Morton's house? He's still there too?
Oh, that fucking the blue guy. Yeah, he's
Blue
here.
Gay.
The blue guy.
And Kincaid, the only other remaining living person from their school. See, they
Oh,
were the-
what?
The plot armor for Kincaid.
Wrong.
That's coming from me, who I've died 3 times.
Kincaid has still died. None. He hasn't been in any of these episodes.
He hasn't done anything.
I'm
He's so
alive.
powerful. He's so powerful.
No?
Kincaid.
Yeah. Kincaid. Kincaid.
Yeah, I'll take you to Kincaid.
He's just going to turn and look. Fellas, they're going to go through the bars again and walk in. I think we should halt it for now. They all just kind of look at each other. I think we can get them. You thinking what I'm thinking? Okay. Okay. Where are they?
You thought I was just gonna tell you? No, I'm not fucking stupid. Are you kidding me? I went to Dragontooth. They taught me how to read and shit there. No, I'm coming with you.
They taught me how to read and shit.
But he's going to take out a piece of paper. You guys have a quill. Dip it for me. Thank you.
I love
We love an actor.
He's going to turn around, flip the paper to you, and put the quill down. And on the paper, it's going to read, write down here how to get to your friends, and you can go with us. And you can read all of those words.
She's smart.
I can read, but I never said anything about knowing how to write.
Accurate.
He taps the paper.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Yes. The 3 Gs of Dragontooth.
He taps the paper and looks at you.
Dragontooth.
Russ picks
B,
up.
no, B picks it up. B's
Okay.
gonna pick it up, and she holds it like this. This is literally how she holds the quill for reference, like this. Just writes in like toddler type writing. Big oat. Puts it down and goes.
So proud.
He looks at the guys, and he looks at Russ. And Russ looks at him, and Russ looks at you. And they're not going to let you go. They're not gonna... I think we have a perfect way that we can both feel safe with you going and you not going. The whole room kind of feels like it halts.
Ew,
And
that's again.
feels like the weight in your stomach kind of goes up as you feel like now it's starting to drop. All
Is it a roller coaster?
When we get back, we'll plot it out. Back to Port Royal. You guys are walking up now. It still reeks of rooter butter.
Yeah, I feel like they're probably running up because Clear now needs to tell Penny that we need to go to the small village because we signaled for all the Shardminds to show up. I guess, like, we told them to come, and I assume it's just like a beep beep beep, bring your Shardminds back, and that just like started happening, and we're just not there. So she's like, wow, we're running so far behind. So she's full on, in a rush. But she comes in, she tells uh Penny that who's having training with all the Shardminds and pirates, and uh Penny stops. She turns. Do we know where the small villages? Like we have the circles on the map, but do they describe to
Sir
Clean Island
Boyle
them?
will lead you to them. That's where he was going. Originally, he was like, but you guys were like, let's go to Port Royal. So he'll be like, he'll go with you, but he's eager to get there.
Perfect.
Yeah. Quick question: do any of the other locations, because they're all connected by like a circle, right? A teleportation circle.
There is a teleportation circle, yeah. But teleportation circle work like a telephone number. If you know the thing, you can go to it. If you have that ability.
Oh, so you have to have the ability.
Yeah,
to,
yeah. You have to have the spell, and then that spell is
Understood.
basically the receiving end of teleporting to that. And
Gotcha.
you can draw a circle anywhere to go from.
Right. I thought it was maybe like like if
just
we
a
get to
magic
one, we
circle?
could all go to another one. And
No.
meet
You have to. Yeah, you have to be a wizard or
Cool,
a
cool, cool.
sorcerer. I can't remember who has it.
I can cast
I
guidance.
have that spell.
Um,
Yeah, so they get there, Clear now hits them with the hot info about that, and then Penny kind of like stops training and is like ready to go to the next spot unless anyone has any objections about things they need to do before going to catch an army.
Mortonzal's coming too, or is he staying to train?
I think she's like gonna rally everybody who's here to like she's bringing all the Shardminds, all the pirates, and the like everybody. She's like, we're moving to Small Village because she's assumes we have to like attack this place first because it's a store. So we're like, okay, we have to take it over, then get our Shardminds. So she's expecting she needs a force to do that. So she's
we should prep the ships to get away, or maybe
we only have
them-
one ship, and the other one's our friend. But there's Root. Well, is there still Rooter? The Rooter Butter's on one ship.
Yep, it's a Rooter Butter ship.
Do you want to leave a couple people behind to pack ships up?
There's.
Do you want to stay
don't
behind to
forget
pack ships
Commander
up?
Glora and Commander.
Whore.
So Zerge, Taxini, and Lore. Yeah.
Glora and Texini, yeah, and Sergey.
Yeah, they're cute. Yeah, is that
They
something?
can pack the ships up.
So they can stay and guard the butter.
Yeah, I mean, do you think it's safe to leave the ships here? Should we have them come out and meet us there if it's close to sea as well, and then we can all just get on and go?
It's not at a port or anything.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
not.
It's kind of like in
it's
the
not a
middle
port.
of landmass.
Gotcha. I thought it was at another port.
It's on the map
yeah.
too. If you look on our map, I'll show.
It's the only one that's not at a port, actually. It's almost like
Yeah,
that. Not
yeah.
near water.
Yeah.
It's inland.
So it's this one right here.
We would have to. Ideally, we just go there, hit them, come back, and no one takes over our secret base. But I mean, I guess someone could take over our secret base because it's just here.
Currently, you guys.
But Penny would like to have as many people as possible. But if you personally want to stay back and keep Taxini and Glow, and that's something you want to do, then she's not going to stop you from.
You guys are right there.
Because it is valuable, but she's like, gotta go get these things.
No, I say we leave a couple to watch it, and then everybody else can come out. But yeah, I do think we need, because if we're just a large group of people running across the land, we're gonna get noticed real quick. Was the only thing that concerned me. But so I just want to make sure we have the boats set up to go when we get back.
Yeah, I assume we're moving through the woods though, right? We're not moving through any like previous plots. So I assume we're
Yeah,
moving
we're
like
moving
a
through the
small military through the woods. So
Yeah.
it's gonna look like we're coming in hot. But I don't think we're running through like a city. So I think we're okay on that aspect.
Okay, so
Times
you
and
guys
distances.
are leaving the commander stuff to guard the ship and leave them there while running out, or by running through the woods to go towards small village Shardmine Emporium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Sounds
it's not
good.
going
Leave
to take
the-
as long to get there as it was Mill West. It's a little under half the same time from Port Royal, so maybe like a little under an hour. So as that's happening, the time has passed. They have left you, B, and Russ alone in this room. It has halted. They've opened that door, and they're going to welcome you in. And as you kind of go in, you notice it looks like they had taken that building from before and put it in front of the room you were in and shoved it right against it, so the doors are the same doorway. So you're like walking from this place into that guard building. Russ is looking around as you walk in, there's a bunch of wizards in there, and one of them walks out and they close the door. And they have on the table a big 3D model of Dragontooth with a big 3D model Cthulhu destroying it.
So obsessed with us. Oh my god.
And
Right?
Fame? Is
you
this
guys
fame?
are popular because the beast is destroying the world.
Listen, go talk to our mother who put us there. It was not our fault. I'm fine. It's fine. I'm not there. I'm mad about it though. Where the fuck's Fatal? Okay.
So he's going to say sorry for the mess and just kind of swipe, and
issues.
it's all going to disappear. And he's going to pull up the island of Cinder Island. And he's going to zoom in, and this 3D model is going to get bigger until we're at Millwest. And he's going to say, "We're here," and he's going to shrink it down. Show us where your friends are, and we'll show you how you can stay in this room with us and still see and control things while wherever they are.
I don't feel like it.
It's the best way that we feel safe, knowing you're not going to try to deceive us and trick us.
I mean, you should feel safe. You know where the hell you are right now. Me, Russ, we don't know where the fuck we are.
You are in a movable warehouse that we have taken to a secret location so that we can have this discussion. You also have to
Makes
understand...
sense to you, Russ?
No, none of this makes sense to me. But I see it two ways. Either this punk is trying to actually help us and this could lead to something big, or trying to get us to help him capture our friends.
Well, if you capture my friends, you know I have to kill you, right? You know everything about me. You've heard what I'm capable of.
Absolutely, but I must warn you, we are very powerful, and we do not think you stand a chance against us. I'm just being honest.
says the one that's asking me, a 17-year-old, for help taking down Cthulhu after I birthed Cthulhu. Oh, you're too strong for me. Whoa.
Like, gatekeep, you're a boss.
You hear this shit, Russ? Crazy.
He's
They did
just going
learn.
to look over. Just get it. And the guy is going to pull out this big mechanical device that looks like you're at a eye doctor. It kind of like magically shoots out a tether that sticks to the ceiling and just kind of dangles in front of you. Let's try what just happened. And he's going to take it, and he's going to move some dials and tap something, and this glow is going to happen and just kind of dance around the top of it. He's going to look in it. He's going to grab the glow from on top, and it's going to spread over his two hands and then move over his body until he's got this yellow glow. All right, this is perfect. Excuse me. Looks like he gets out of the way for someone. Touches the eye glasses, and all of that stuff, the glow goes back into his hands, onto the glasses, turns it to you. This is right in front of the burning Shardmind Emporium. You can feel and you can touch.
Oh, he's doing VR right now.
Game VR.
Would you like to try it? It's safe. I just did it. Russ, would you like to try?
Mm-mm.
If he's not putting it on, I'm definitely not putting that shit on. Are you kidding me?
You'll be able to see wherever you tell us your friends are. I'm trying to make you feel safe. We can't allow you to leave this room. So if you're not willing to help us get to your friends, we're going back up there to have this conversation, or we're going to kill you. He just holds up the glasses.
What do you think, Russ? Grow impatient. I really want to kill him. Can I kill him?
I mean, yeah. The problem is the other ones.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it. Give it to me, Doc.
I bet you're gonna kill him. And I was
He's
like, oh
gonna
my
bring it
god.
over.
Stupid.
I know.
I thought that too.
I was like,
Oh.
sheesh.
That looks real.
Down his arms, down his body.
That looks real.
Whoa. Wait.
He puts it back.
Put me in the jungle.
The point is that it works.
Put me in the jungle.
Okay, we're in the jungle.
Cobra door somewhere. I don't know, somewhere in Cobra door. Come on.
He's gonna
He's
change
like-
the thing.
Like, put him in that place I told you about that one time.
Whoa. Oh, Mo. Oh. B, I see a Brontosaurus.
I love villains.
Oh
guy's getting
my
so agitated.
God.
Okay. Oh, this is amazing. How much time do I have?
Oh my gosh.
Go again.
Oh, all right. Switch it up towards the volcano. All right. Oh, turn it off.
He's gonna take it off. All the magic's gonna go around right onto the top of the lens and pull it off.
Okay. I'll tell you where they are, but I want this when I'm done. I can't just give it to you. I want it. B, if he doesn't give it to me, we kill him.
Yeah. And then we gotta watch. You remember that? You remember when we had like the pile of money when like we made the dinosaur?
Yes.
Can we like see that again? That
I
would
need
be
to
so
see how
cool.
that happened. It was kind of a blur. What do you say?
Sure, you can have the magical item when you're done.
I don't believe you the way you said that. What do you think, B?
I want to kill him.
I'm gonna roll an insight check. You do too. I can't tell.
Oh, I can't tell either.
Okay, we believe you.
Okay, we'll show
All right,
you.
he's gonna look for the location. Where are they on this island? Russ is gonna look at B.
Port Royal, which we have taken over.
Port Royal, where's that?
It's a secret place. Oh, is that a problem? It's a secret place.
Well, where near something is it?
I don't know this island, B. I don't.
Oh shit! It's on like the tip of my tongue. I can't remember.
Me too. Meanwhile, back the party is running through the jungle.
We're just gonna annoy the fuck out of them until they let us go.
when the kidnappers regret their decision on who they kidnapped.
It's like the story of the kid that got kidnapped and wouldn't stop singing gospel songs, so they just dropped him off somewhere. That's what's happening. We'll just find them back at Port Royal with a headset and be like, "Where the fuck were you guys?"
All right, who's got the highest passive perception out of the party running?
Oh god.
Michael's like, I got 3 characters to look up.
I was like, I don't even know.
Mine's
I guess none of them is
16.
good.
16?
Yeah.
That's gotta be it.
That's good. Yeah, you don't need anything else. Livia, you notice these big deer tracks, big hooves, and like
I point them out to everybody.
You've seen them a few times on this path through the jungle, so it's like, is there a lot of deer?
Or is there just like one really big deer with a lot of legs? Who knows?
Oh my god, is it? Just,
But yeah.
you can keep running. I'm just pointing it out.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm definitely gonna keep running. I'm just gonna like point it out and be like, I've noticed this a lot. Anybody else notice these?
I
And
throw
just,
that
like,
question to
continue
Boyle,
about myself.
the person from this island, and the pirates maybe. No,
Alright.
if they know anything about this.
As you keep running through the jungle, you see this scene, which looks to be
No one says
like
anything.
bottles and stuff tied on branches of these palm trees and stuff. Seems to be like all of these dangling. There's a small table just in the middle of nowhere. Someone's got some kind of office or something in the middle of nowhere. There's like this hole that looks like it was covered with like a stick blanket, but it's just open. It goes down about like 4 feet.
What?
And
What?
He said, yeah.
a
A
little
sheep,
ways
To be
away
specific.
on the other side of the path from all of that is this just like pirate with this light gray kind of strapped shirt, and it's ripped, and his entrails are ripped out and all on the ground, and his face has got blood all over it, and he's just kind of dead, hunched over, like he almost landed in this hunch position because he's not actually leaning on anything.
We look around. If he like looks like he landed there, can we look like he fell from somewhere? If he like was thrown or something, any kind of weird tracks?
Investigation
It's
check.
a nice group investigation check. That'd be great.
Just
Yeah, are we about to
panting.
do a
Yeah,
group
yeah,
one?
everybody give me investigation.
Bognak
Everyone
just
goes,
panting as we're running. Does anybody know that guy?
19.
Thank God someone's rolling well, because it's not me.
I got
All these
plus
dice I'm
7
rolling,
to
and they're all
investigation.
I got a 17.
Listen.
Oh, okay, 19, 17. Oh.
That's good. Now
Okay.
we got over here.
Livia, you see the way the chair is angled. It looks like he flew from that chair. It fell back, and he must have arched a little way and landed here because you see the skid. So it kind of flew from that chair to here. Bognak, as you're running up on this scene, you notice that same chair has these huge claw marks in it on the side, almost like it was grabbed. And Yeah, those are the only two good checks. So
Is
No,
there?
it's sus. It's definitely sus.
Yeah, is there a big scary monster on this island, guys?
roll an insight
It
check.
seems like it.
Everybody roll an
Okay.
insight check. It's one of those.
Come on.
I don't have good insight.
Oh my god.
14.
Yeah. I rolled 6 dice and I haven't gotten higher than a 10, so I just want to talk about it. It's fine.
Oh my god, Michael.
Okay, none of those are good
It's
rolls.
fine.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a good time to go to a 10-minute bathroom break. Everybody grab a
Yeah, I
drink,
gotta
relieve
pee.
yourselves, and we'll be right back to see how B and Russ can screw up a hostage situation.
Can't believe anything right now.
Bye!
Bye.
Welcome back, everybody, from the bathroom break. If you've missed the chaos, go back and watch it. All right, let's get back to what we were doing. You guys are running through the woods. You've come up on this scene. Looks like some experimental random setup in the woods. And this dead pirate guy, you've discerned something with claws in the chair. This guy seems to have gone from the chair, thrown this way, and he's slashed in the stomach.
Bliss, is this a normal size for this path you take? Or is this a new thing?
Are you asking
Penny
Boyle?
asked. Boyle, I said Bliss, LOL, yes.
Oh.
Asking Boyle, the
Penny's
cat.
thing is messing up names. That is
First of all,
Penny's
she
thing.
tried. There's so many names. Also, I'm bad at names.
He tells you he's never taken this path before because he's never been to the secret place besides when he went with you guys.
You can just track it. Okay. Well, it is a pirate island, so I guess since we all rolled so poorly, we're gonna keep moving.
Yeah, it doesn't. This doesn't seem pirate-esque. Seems more
Seems sus
scary.
for sure.
Seems scary monster type.
Yeah,
But,
we saw
wrong
tracks, we
genre.
saw claw marks. Like, it seems like big wild beast out here just fucking shit up, and we need to look out for it.
Yeah, just be ready for some big. If only we had somebody in our party that could talk to big wild beast. Unfortunately,
wait.
there's.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh wait, I can talk to plants and animals." It's just like, I need to ask anybody any questions. I guess I could ask the land. That is a much more easy thing to do. I'm not used to that anymore since Scott killed all my plants. Traumatized.
Trauma.
He only had one, but it was very effective.
Yeah.
Well, to rip Viney Jr.
Maybe Toby.
Toby.
We didn't go
Yeah.
backward enough time. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I think she will just keep moving though. I don't think she's gonna. She's like,
All
oh,
right,
but she
so
will
run
tell.
down.
She will tell the Shardminds to tell the pirates telepathically to keep an eye out for
Did you bring
any
all the
weird
Shardminds?
animals. I brought everybody.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
The crew.
Okay, so we're okay. Cool.
We
We're
are
just
a
like-
militia running through the woods.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh.
That's
Meanwhile, back in that room, the guy is kind of
Minus those two
frustrated.
guys.
As Russ is kind of running through the jungle, being like, "I'll tell you any moment now." All right. New plan. We just go with you two. Other wizard's like, "Are you sure, Spencer?" Don't say. My name is Spencer. Great, thank you. I'm sure.
What's his name back there?
No, this is not what we're doing right now. We are not getting into those names. The rest
You
of
know
you.
my name. You know his name. That's not fair, Spencer. Come on. We're supposed to be buddies. We're gonna travel together.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay, Spencer, come on.
Come on, girl.
Is that episode of iCarly? What's
The
happening?
16.
That's Trip. Trip's like, Spencer, Trip? You did it? Great, now we're all even, right? But I'm not telling you all their names. Listen, okay? I think we need to put down the glasses. I'm going to give it to you. You just need to give me somewhere that's close to their location. I'll give you one last chance.
Wait, just a second ago, you said that we were gonna go with you there. Changed. Trip, talk to this guy. Come on.
Spencer, Trip?
I'm gonna serve it. I think your name's server.
All right, you know what? We're just
Hate it.
going to go. We're going to go. I tried to give another one. We're going to go. We're going to go. Tell him we're going to go. Are you sure, Spencer? I'm sure. Why are you saying my name so much more now, Trip? I don't know. Trip, please. Trip's going to leave. All right, Trip's going to go outside, and Spencer's just going to look deflated. He's going to come back in. He says, we're ready. Okay, great. Let's go back in. Come on. He's going to leave the
Gotta
room.
be stressed.
The other guys are going to stand up. He's going to just stay here. And he's going to walk into the dirty trash room. They're there waiting for you. Russ looks at you.
Remember, I'm prepared at any second to kill him.
Oh, me too. I like the sound of that.
Russ,
Stay on guard.
yeah, Russ is gonna allow you to go first and walk in with you guys. As soon as you get in there, he goes, "Okay, I'm done with the pleasantries. The whole room's gonna end the trash. It's just a like titanium-looking room with like small lights at the bottom, and then you notice a slight pinkish glow from the walls that looks eerily similar." And the door shuts and you feel the room moving again. At this point, Russ kind of looks at you and goes,
It's an elevator room.
He doesn't like respond to him at all, which he would notice, and she's just gonna be like looking around, trying to figure out why this seems familiar to her, like she's getting a moment of deja vu.
"Inside check."
Be insightful.
15.
There's so many times you've wanted to punch the wall at school, and some of them you have cracked and stuff. But there was always that magical barrier that made you wonder if you could get through it. And you proved to yourself one time that you can crack through it because it only stops magic. It's nothing. And you know that glow. This is the same thing in this room.
Okay, she's gonna take a mental note of that, but not gonna do anything yet.
Yeah.
Okay. The room's going to stop. The one guy that's in there with you, because Trip walked back inside, Spencer's going to walk to the gate and open it, and there's just a tiny doorway that's about like 3 feet wide that he kind of has to turn his broad shoulders a little bit to fit. And it looks like a tunnel that goes down into just darkness. "After me, okay?"
Okay.
Russ. And you walk in. As you guys walk into this darkened tunnel, it opens just a little bit, so his shoulders aren't so that close, but they're still right at the wall. About 25, 30 feet in, the door shuts behind you. It's pitch black. Are you in the middle or are you behind?
In the middle. B's in the middle.
Okay, so you just feel the tall back of that wizard come to a halt. As you can feel the wall, and he kind of stopped. Russ kind of has his arm out touching you so he doesn't bump into you. "Okay, just wait a second." The walls, everything lights up. The walls become transparent, and you're in a large, tall chasm that goes up and down that you can't see the top or bottom to. And there's tons, it looks like spikes coming out from all the walls, but as you look closely, you notice they're all little tunnels like this that are actually structures that go out in this place, and the walls of those little hallways turn into windows. So you're looking into this giant cavern with tons of hallways and different people going out and stuff. And in the middle of this large chasm is this like flowing red energy that has different, it looks to be cubes of different varying shapes and sizes just floating around. You hear a large sound. The wizard just stands there. "There'll be another telling in a moment. Just wait. This better work."
He leans over to Russ and says, I don't think that rooter butter's worn off yet. What about you?
He's like poking at the glass. You kind of shock him as you talk to him.
I mean, it's still there a little bit, but I'm good.
He just kind of pokes the glass some more. And then the middle structure with all those cubes and light kind of lights up, and the cubes reform into what just looks to be shapes of whatever it's talking about. And it immediately takes the shape of Cthulhu. And you see different hallways kind of light up, like the whole structure turns a different color. And there's like a light energy, and the cubes like form a bridge towards that hallway. And it's just connected for a while. He's going to say, "Don't worry. I've put in the bid. You can do this, Spencer." You want to practice what you're going to say for the telling?
What?
Do you want to practice what you're going to say during the telling? About how you brought Cthulhu. Everything you told me, but elaborate. We're trying to gain favor.
This is not where you said we were going.
I told you we were going to the Shadow Organization, and we were going to show them, you guys, so that we can get in with this, and we can be part of the team that brings this down. It's the best, and it has the most money. I mean, tons of money. I can't even begin to tell you.
Oh, girl.
Confused, and now I see what's happening. He said, "Fuck the rest of them. I'm just gonna take y'all too."
Yeah.
Because the conversations with them earlier were so effective.
I thought they were.
It was amusing, at least for us
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Content.
bored, to be honest, Russ. What about you? I don't know if I feel like giving a speech today. I feel like I'm ready for a nap. I haven't gotten any rest in a while. Feeling a
Pull the
little
potion out of your
sleepy.
hair.
She just yawned. She's like, oh.
Yeah, me too. Don't lay on that
God
baby.
damn it.
He's like, come on, guys. You need to tell them what you know. You are going to be running for the rest of your lives as wanted criminals, unless those lives are destroyed by a big monster that you released. Now's your chance to tell someone who can do something about it. We can be on the team. Roll an insight
But
check.
I mean, like, yeah, I was about to say,
I must be on the team so bad. Pick me energy.
Right?
that's a 19.
B.
He's
Insightful.
fighting back tears.
Oh. Look at the kill.
Like,
Oh.
happy, sad, like...
Something's pent up inside and does not look, it looks very sad.
We're bullying his trauma. I'm sad now.
Is it because his
Right.
parents named him Spencer?
I think it's because he's a chronic masturbator.
I just
Also an
don't.
option.
I don't know what you want from me, Spencer. What am I getting out of this? You know, you're barking a lot of commands. I just really want to take a nap. And this is kind of boring, if I'm being honest. I thought there'd be a lot more killing going on.
B, we were supposed to kill you. You destroyed the family that pays us. Very soon, we're not going to get paid. That was probably our last paycheck. I have nothing going for me. I pretty much was going to lose my job eventually because of the things that I saw. I need this. And because we are in with the members of the council, we know about Cthulhu. It's not like I could just go home and look my wife in the face and say things are going to be fine. Come on, you destroyed everything from me. And I'm betraying my protocol to get you here. And this is our one shot. Me and you. And Russ. Because when we go back down there, those other wizards are going to know what we did. And they're going to know it failed. And they're going to kill you. And they're probably going to kill me. And they're going to kill your boyfriend. And then they're going to try to find new jobs. And no one will even know this happened.
Fine. Your tears have moved me, Spencer.
Really?
Keep saying his name.
The room lights up as you look out the side window. All the cubes are facing this direction, the light shining. Okay. He kind of stands up and turns around as like the end of the hallway that he bumped into kind of opens up into this like cubed tornado where you can see through the top, and there's a big throne with like this cube like being sitting in it. Humanoid-esque. But it looks like it's all moving at once. The cubes aren't stationed against each other. It's just floating in a way where it looks like muscle. And almost if you move your head left or right, it's one of those things you see in museums where as you go to the side, it's actually super spread out. You know, it's different layers that are hung together that look like one cohesive image. And you just hear, speak your proposal. And you see Spencer turn and give this heartfelt plea about what Cthulhu will do upon this world, and he presents a plan, and he has Cthulhu's mother, and
Yes,
then
love
turns
the
to
title.
you and says, explain to them how that's true, and we win.
Oh my god.
Russ kind of tugs at your leg, and as you look back, Russ is like,
I'll kill him if you want me to.
Russ,
Straight
read the
Bognak
room.
energy. It's very Bognak energy for sure.
What?
Drink this potion. Drink this potion.
I will say no, but Bognak energy real quick though. I will say this is a good time to remind. We didn't roll for the main player advantage. I will pull
yeah.
I'll pull my hat from the rolling pool, so there's less.
He said, I hope they get it.
I would like Erica to get it. Give her my number. Give her my number.
Okay, I'll roll a d6 out of the remaining 3.
Why do
Alright.
y'all do this to me?
All right, 1, 2.
So stupid! Why am I here?
1, 2 is Erica. 3, 4 is Michael. 5, 6 is Tanner.
Y'all get me stressed out. I need an actual drink. Whew.
Hey! Erica gets it.
Legit too.
Thank you, BB Grimes.
Here, I'll pick up the thing.
Also, thank you,
I don't
BB
know if
Grimes, for the new
you
headphones.
can't see it.
Thank you.
Right
Sponsorships.
there.
You lie.
I'm gonna need this, so.
So, first, tell me what roughly you would say, and then I'll give you a check based off that.
How long are they gonna let me talk? Like,
They're not going to be here. Like, you're going to have to constantly pitch. Like, you can't take long periods of time to be like, let me go away for 10 minutes and think about this.
Unless you're just like really enthralling and performative while you do this.
Right.
no, I'm gonna start from the very beginning if they'll listen to me talk enough.
If she talks for a full hour, can she get a short rest?
He said,
That's what
from
I'm
the top.
saying.
Episode 1.
I see what you're saying. You said continuously. How long can you?
Yes. Like, are they gonna hear me out for an extended period of
As
time?
you're
She's on
about
the
to-
floor right now.
As you're about to start, in this weird long hallway that's jutting out into a chasm with a sentient light cube thing, you're about to start your story. You have that thought. You just kind of look at Spencer, who's already gesturing towards you, and behind him is this sentient being, and he's going to say, "Take as long as you want."
Okay. So, he is literally
Hours.
gonna start from the very beginning of getting captured at
Give that long
Dragontooth,
rest.
but she's gonna say it in her stupid ass B version of it, so it's gonna be a very self-centered like declaration of it. A lot of
Thor
it is
Ragnarok.
probably right. Well, a lot of it is probably gonna be like fabricated or like fluffed up to be more in her like favor, like
Slaughtered
It's
19
like Donald
students.
Trump.
No, much of
Right.
it is already, though, in your
Right.
favor. Like, so many points on your belt.
right. But
They
she's
will
gonna
believe
make it-
they will believe she was the most dangerous villain at Dragontooth by the time this
Right,
is done.
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about all the people that I killed, like taking it back to all like the big dogs one by one. She's gonna say that she killed every single professor at Dragontooth with her own
All the
hand.
heads she was
Or
getting
with the help
by
of her
carrying them
immediate
heads.
circle, yes. She still has the head. She'd be picking them up like show and tell, being like, this is so-and-so. Making them talk, literally, like a puppet.
Okay,
And
so
she'll say everything about Fatal and Cthulhu, and she'll tell it exactly how she remembers it, knocking down the walls and causing the final deaths that summon Cthulhu.
letting them know that the souls were being fed.
Yes,
Were you?
and
Do you tell them that it was Fatal who did all this or plotted all
Yes.
this?
yes.
They kind of rebuttal about sounds like it's Fatal's plan. Sounds like Fatal's the mother.
I mean,
Reword.
no, like what she's gonna say is, it might have been Fatal's idea, but Fatal wasn't nearly powerful enough to actually cause Cthulhu to rise. She
There
put
we
all
go.
of her like second in command, most trusted people to keep
She don't know.
us in line, and I was able to pick them off one by one. I just haven't even gotten a
Mhm.
chance to be one-on-one
You
with
did
Fatal
that.
yet, or she wouldn't be alive either.
Right?
Okay, so I'm going to make you roll 2 checks here because the first thing that sentient thing is going to say to you is they know a lot from the outside, but not a lot from the inside because they watch the school with their ornery. Summit believes it to be hidden, and it is, to all the land that Summit controls. But to those on Cinder Island who have nothing to do with Summit, just trade with them. We have found a way to locate it. So, roll me a history check with advantage for that, just to make sure your details don't contradict what they've seen.
Okay, a 15.
Okay, you line up pretty okay. There's a couple things that were embellished because they definitely saw the thing tumble, and they're pretty sure you didn't push the building to move the entire other direction. And now, let's just make it simple.
They've never seen me fight out. I'm gonna bring that up too as a rebuttal, though. They've never seen me fight outside of the building. For as long as they kept an eye on Dragontooth, they never saw me fight outside of the building, so they don't know what I'm capable of.
Make this good. Roll an intimidation check.
Oh my god. Please.
Come on, girl.
This is everything. Episode 39.
I'm not even playing. It was a nat 20. It was a 22.
Are you kidding me?
Baby.
I was worried it was gonna be like a 1. Honestly, I was like, what if she rolls a 1?
No,
Okay.
literally
booty.
a nat 22. I will send you it if you need it. If it's that important.
You're the most clutch roller, truly.
Right,
Yeah.
a perfect time.
I just talk
You
shit.
always-
I just roll 2s. Me and Bognak just roll 2s and we talk shit. Tanner and Erica are like 87, 43, 76, and we're like, the fuck are we doing here?
I took guidance at this point, and I never.
All right. The door will close at the end of the hallway. You will see throughout the side windows of the hallway that the Cindy Cube and mass stuff is moving back. A light changes in the room to everything goes dim except for the lit up hallways that are just sticking out. Spencer's going to turn, looks a little confused. I think that went good. They're making their decision. We have to leave.
Well, if this doesn't go good, you're gonna be the first person I kill. Just no hard feelings, but you know, for nature. Grown to like you, Spencer. I would hate to have to kill you.
You see him laugh, but there's kind of a laugh. I'm like, he doesn't believe you, but also like a part of the laugh that's like, God, she's like fucking dangerous. So
Come
he's
on.
like, yeah. As you
Russ
start
just
to
watching.
walk back, he says
Competition,
he says to
Russ?
Russ to just push the door. Russ is watching the whole time, and he goes to put
He's
his hand on
flirting
the
with
door,
your girl.
and he doesn't put the hand on the door. He says, Russ, just push the door forward.
Oh, I know what you want me to do. I know exactly what you want. And
Mm-hmm.
if you ever lay a finger on this door, fuck kill you.
Pushes the door open, and
Heard
walks.
that.
He just laughs, and as you walk in, you walk back into that big titanium-like room. He looks at the door. Oh, you just see the thought sink into his body, like, oh, this is horrible. But the door doesn't shut on the hallway, and it lights up. And he kind of runs back out the door. They want to talk to us. We furthered the conversation. You don't understand how big this is. You see all those members out there? Some go without ever getting a conversation. You're not getting this. You did it. We did it. The door shuts. No! Oh, fuck. I think we missed it. We go back to the other party who is running through the woods. As you're running through the woods, you get to this conglomeration of these two carts that look like they've hit each other. And there's some people standing.
What kind
around.
of road is this?
Right?
No, this is like a small. You're running through the jungle, so you're coming across a path.
Surprise, bitch.
It's a very like active tourist. I'm like, ooh, there's always things out here. I love it. It's just, oh, hello. Bam. All right, our army of 40 people.
You guys come out of the palm trees and surround this place, and there are two women with these like big hoods on that are in one of the carts holding each other, just kind of terrified under a blanket.
Penelope steps forward.
Or Penny steps out. I go, "You got it, Penny." I cast guidance.
What seems to be the issue here, friends?
So immediately, Vor goes into their mind. You see them shocked that they're speaking telepathically. They don't do this. They're not very powerful. And they're so fucking terrified. And one of them, the one that's on this side, pulls up their hand and like 3 of their fingers are missing. And the other woman kind of covers it. And they tell you, I can't say it. They tell you
To give him a hand.
to be careful in the woods. They tell you to be careful in these woods.
That's it. That's like that's waiting for that.
It's hard for them to
What's-
get words out, so this is like, be Careful of
Right.
the woods.
Um,
I cast guidance on her.
Penny,
And say,
Penny will put her hand up to Vorg, and she's gonna start speaking to them out loud, and she will ask for her hand. May I see your hand, please? She'll just like kind of softly reach her hand out. And Penny will cast. I don't know if this actually will work, but she's gonna cast Spare the Dying and attempt to like mend her fingers. It technically brings you back to like stable, but she's trying to like, or at least like close up the wounds or something to like make her hand not be so janky anymore. But she's trying to give her like a little.
cast mending with that since I was next to it.
On a person's hand.
Can I cast Burning Hand?
See, I'm saying no because that's actually probably a better idea. I've been in this situation before, and someone has used that, and it was like their arm was missing, so it's like they still have to like bandage it up, but they're
That's a lot.
not fully drained out. It gets too close to that line of like spells that mend body parts.
Yeah. Can it like cauterize or like just like so her hand's not wounded anymore if it's like an active.
I imagine it
Like,
gets
we're-
it like if she was bleeding out a lot. I don't think the physical blood is back, but it's like the same thing applies where it's like now she's back at a stable point before she tipped over into just dying. So she's back there,
Okay.
but she's still gonna bleed out. But instead of her looking like, oh my god, I'm losing too much blood, it's like,
I'm like,
oh,
here,
my
we'll
hand
just
got
kill
cut.
her and put her out of her misery.
Yeah, so she's still gonna bleed, but she's got more time now.
Yeah. So she like
So no, it doesn't
cause she's
cauterize.
like stop bleeding all over this. Did something attack you? Is that the problem here?
She describes a beast with hooves like a deer, thighs like an elephant,
Ooh.
a torso like a porcupine,
Torso. Ooh.
a face like a banshee,
No.
Oh.
and arms of a dragon.
What kind
Can I
of...
roll insight to see how hot she is?
You're not even there.
Yeah.
Can I roll inside to see how hot this monster is? Or-
History check to have I heard of anything that sounds like
No,
this sort of
Right?
chimera?
Little Miss Elephant
no,
Thighs.
you've
No,
never.
I
it's
feel like
it's-
I would memorize.
She tells you you wouldn't know because it's not on this island, and you know that immediately after because she says, if you have never been to Cinder Island, then you have never heard the tale of Tippy Toe.
Oh, great. It's
Tippy
called Tippy
Tay.
Toe. Tippy Toe.
You know, get some dick today.
Well, I appreciate the
I'm
warning,
sorry.
and if we come across Tippy Toe, we'll make sure that it no longer tips anywhere else.
She reaches up to grab your shirt. You must be careful. It will rip you to shreds and take everything that you love. Beware the Tippy Toe.
Thank you
Bognak,
for your warning.
Bognak, after hearing this, looks back to the Shardminds. Are any of you good at medicine or like physical or mental? Somebody just to help this woman in either capacity. She's-
Oh, you have new Shardminds. Yeah, one kind of puts
Yeah.
his hand up. And I get to.
Yeah, What's your
Are you
specialty?
broken?
Enter org here.
His name is Org.
Just org.
Yes,
Just
his
Org.
name is Org.
He's the first one. Oh my god.
He's the
First of my name.
original.
No, the first one's G. All right, so Org is going to say that he's basically like a great surgeon. He's very delicate and can,
Oh.
but he would need the fingers. Like he could sew
What
up
if-
where the you could solderize the spot he suggests, or find the fingers to sew it back on and clean it.
Does it have to be?
What if we just brought him 3 fingers?
I was going to say, does it have to be her fingers?
Uh,
Oh,
There's-
wow.
I don't know why that was hard to get out.
There's a dead
but-
body back there. We could definitely take those fingers.
He will tell you the Shardminds, yes, that is fine. But with other humanoids, such as this Tabaxi or elf, I can't tell because I'm a dumb one. You can't move those body parts around. There's things.
I was-
They might have the same blood type, though. You know.
He might just be a Shardmind surgeon. Also, the way he talks, it's like I'm
Yeah.
gonna work on
That's-
Shardmind.
Roll an
So much
insight
other-
check. Roll an insight check.
No, don't roll. If we don't know, it's a Schrodinger's cat. He could be good either way. If we roll bad, we...
You're right.
You're
You're
like,
right.
can you sew the fingers? He's like, sew? You don't sew.
We got a sewing guy. It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll team you up with that guy for peoples. Um,
Cool.
But
cool.
are these carts broken though? Like they ran into each other, but are
No,
they broken?
no.
Oh, they should leave. Why are they sitting here?
Uh,
Uh,
Yeah.
Perhaps you should make your way away from this infamous tippy toe
Yeah,
and
tippy toe away from tippy toe.
and head back to town if it's so dangerous to be out here. Man,
they're embarrassed because they didn't believe in Tippy Toe and they went out to follow the tracks after walking by the pond. And they saw the tracks and they had heard the tales while they were in school when they were younger. But they
Tippy
weren't
toe is not real.
they were not sure. They didn't think it was real, so they went looking and they saw him. So they're just so terrified and embarrassed because when they go back, they got to tell that like they got attacked by Tippy Toe. They're just kind of in shock right now.
So did they? I mean, like they're really just about to die of embarrassment. Literally, they're about to die of
YOLO,
embarrassment.
live your life, I suppose.
Well, it just happened. It just recently happened.
Oh,
Okay.
which way did it go? Like, let's
She
just
points
not.
the way you came.
So
Oh,
it's heading. It passed us.
Right.
Tiptoe
Okay, well,
won't
I
pass.
guess that tiptoe through the tulip.
She tells you
Um,
that's possible because Tiptoe is mighty quiet.
Well, I guess we'll have to make sure we keep an ear out. And she kind of like signals to everyone, and she will telepathically tell them to keep an eye out for tippy toe, and then describe what it looks like. Um, and then she's gonna keep moving. I feel like
So-
we're gonna keep going forward.
If
At
they're
least
not
at least-
going back, if this lady's gonna die, let's just take the cart. Let's just take it.
The villain.
Yeah.
But none of
Don't
us,
need it.
clearly, none of
We're
us can
villains.
save her. So she's dying. Let's just take the
Like,
cart.
carts, right? It's like two carts that hate each
we're gonna
other.
use that cart.
Yeah. Which cart
These
has
influences
the most
here.
dead owners?
The one cart, they're open by the way. So one cart has nobody on it, and then one cart has two women huddled up, scared under a blanket on the driver's seat.
Oh, we'll take the one
we'll take
that
this one.
doesn't have the women.
There's no horse. Did the horses implode on impact?
No, the straps are broken. You can
Oh.
discern that the horses ran off.
Hey, Rourke,
Horse.
can you come carry this? Hut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Rourke
Rourke is now our temporary horse.
Yeah. They're going to.
He's the strong one.
I don't want you to waste any spells, but maybe you could send a quick message to either. Well, actually, maybe you should send a message to B, but maybe also Will to let him know there's a monster possibly coming his way on the ships. Just to keep an eye out there.
Want to reiterate this too, and I feel like it comes up often, that Will Hamming is a ghost, and I don't think he can die. But I do appreciate your worry for him, but I will not be giving him a spell slot currently. I might call Pet B though.
Yeah, you could send it to the other living people that are there. I just want somebody at the boat to know that they could get attacked because we need to get off this island.
Hopefully, Komapa, I can remember his name, stays alive. That's our only solid boat option, truly. Everything else keeps burning down.
Yeah, we got to stop doing fire spells.
Looks at Morton's out.
No.
And Livia.
Meanwhile, back in the titanium room with B, Russ, and Spencer. Spencer just freaked out because the door shut. The door opens back up. Okay, sorry. He's gonna walk into it.
I'm really good with doors, if that's a problem.
Walks in. Oh, that would have been great. Walks inside. It lights up as soon as you walk in. He's looking out the side window. Oh, not the Thesian Guild. And you walk into this tunnel, and you can see the cubes and light kind of connect between the two tunnels, or the two hallways are jutting out like spikes, and just opens up the glass into this large cube formed room in the middle of these two spikes. It's got that red stuff around the walls because the red is literally holding it. And as you walk in, you see walking before you two gentlemen with round glasses who are very astute, and walking with them is General Rakshita. B or Gressive?
That bitch.
Well, she's not. She was, last I heard, she was being held by some weird. She got trapped or something. She was in a fight club. It's like, what?
She
She
What are
frontin'.
you doing here? Spencer says, you know her?
Ephesian.
Duh.
Russ says,
Yeah?
yeah, we know her.
I mean, obviously, she just said my name.
A voice booms into the room and tells you that the Thesian Guild and the Shardmine Emporium, as members of the council, have been chosen is an elite team that will inform and work on behalf of the Shadow inside of Millwest Center. The goal is to destroy Cthulhu, and resources will be provided. Intel must be provided, and a 24-hour watch of your movements, all your abilities, your magic that you use, anytime you breathe, we will know. The trade is we give you the resources to succeed, and access to all the information that we are currently willing to give on Cthulhu, Fatale, and the status of the material plane. And one of the walls is going to fade, so you can see into the chasm again, and more of those cubes in light are going to form a real-time map of the Silver Mountains. And as it zooms in, they shatter with a big light blast. The mountains, peaks flying off as if it was rubble you just kicked in your driveway. And these long tendril arms, big suction cup looking fingers with spikes on them, landing what could be 4 blocks. As around through this hole in the mountain comes the large, shadowy, terrifying black Cthulhu mama.
What part of that sounds like we want to fight it? Like I'm sort of part
Right?
of confused. Like, people are like, go fight Cthulhu. What part of just destroyed a mountain with a blinking asshole makes you think I want to go talk to that thing at all? That's
I mean,
all.
We have the power of friendship, though, kind of. But
We got the power of like gaslighting, gatekeeping, and girl bossing, and I can only get us so far.
Yeah.
Only so far.
Dragontooth, am I right?
Dragontooth.
The Ephesian Guild will back up, and Rakshita will stand forward and say, I'm assuming we're on similar planes here. We were also chosen for our information. Mine regarding Summit. Obviously yours, because you were a student at the school, I imagine. This is good. You have first-hand knowledge. Now they're going to, boom, like it lights up and starts showing that magical map will change, and you're going to see the assembled fly up, the man of iron, and you're going to see this battle commence where you see this little speck get off of Cthulhu and fly towards these heroes. And as the camera moves into this blasting scene where the man of iron just shooting, another blast fires back at him. Its suit shatters and flies out this warforged machine inside that machine before, and just gonna start blasting again. But he's got more sensitive areas around his neck and his armpits where there are wires and stuff. It's definitely mechanical. As he flies up, missing that same light blast from Cthulhu coming miles and miles away, he just sticks out his arm and opens his hand and powers it and stays steady in one spot as these large hands, green hands, come out of nowhere, grab onto his arm and swings, and you see this humongous dwarf that's like bright green jump up in the air with drool flying out of his mouth, shirtless with these brown pants, big open feet, and you just see him fly through the air and land at that speck that's flying at him, and you just see this like tumble like through the clouds, poof, through a cloud, poof, through a cloud, poof, through a cloud. And as it gets closer to the camera, you see his back flying to the camera and just stop. And then the body just fall. And blood covering her is Fatale. And she just dives back in, and you just see these light blasts as one at a time she takes out the assembled and goes back to Cthulhu as a levy of arrows, must have been shot by 10,000, fly off. And you see the little map, there's some little army down there. Fatale just ignores it and gets on Cthulhu and pushes through the Silver Mountains back into Asmar Plains from Summit. And
Sucks to suck.
Rakshita will tell you that nothing's working, and Millwest is afraid they don't have the forces strong enough. They're looking for something about some intelligence to help us find a weak spot. Now, I've given them Summit's information and access to more, though some of it's probably destroyed now. And you can offer them inside knowledge of Cthulhu. We could work together.
I already told them everything I know, and my job is done.
Nice.
Spencer's going to lean forward. No, it's not. You have valuable information. At least until we can exit the building.
Russ is like, I think he's trying to tell you to lie, or else, they might do something if they find out you're dried up.
And what do you want to know? This is so boring.
Um, you just see around this display in the room and stuff going out, you just see the prestige of the Summit General Rakshita in her form. You see the Thesian Guild, one of the richest guilds that has a membership, standing there in cloak, listening intently. You see Spencer, a nervous, powerful wizard that worked for someone that got destroyed. And then you see Russ Quinn, who's just kind of dirty, wondering. And B is just like slowly backing away from all of this. And this sentient being in the background, patiently waiting for an answer. And we go back to the guys running with a Shardmind, carrying this cart with you guys riding. Totally left that there's two women behind. Tons of Shardmind running behind you guys. People trying to catch up.
Bognak's riding in the cart because he's got little legs and he can't keep up otherwise.
I'm gonna ask Boyle for any inside information he may have on this location we're going to. What if we should expect anything, or like what to expect when we get there, just so we can have some sort of idea what we might walk into.
Boyle's going to tell you, well, it's not as big as the Shardmine Emporium in the Millwest Center. It's probably like a third its size. They don't have nearly the same caliber of wizards that we have here. It's not really a dangerous area. But it's still formidable, and right now they're probably getting a bunch of people to mass produce notes and stuff to take out to cover the ones that aren't communicated telepathically. So they should be able to send those back, and the different range of wealth of the people who use our services. It could be anywhere from they get there that day to maybe a couple days.
It's pretty easy to take them over, though. If we just get in there and knock them out, just hold up until all the Shardminds arrive.
It's possible. I mean,
Sort of like we did with your parents. Just if we can take out the employees, the Shardminds, I assume, will accept freedom.
sure.
There shouldn't be anyone else to fight us. Will they have? You said they were lower ranking wizards, but will they have a house next to them full of students?
Yes, and it will. Yeah, it will shrink too. I forgot about that. They can move it around anywhere.
Do you think we could get a little ambush in? I mean, they probably got the notice that why is everybody sending wizards here, or why is everybody sending Shardminds here? So they're probably a little overwhelmed right now if they don't have the capacity. We could
Sure.
we could sneak in and be like, hey, we got all these Shardminds. We're bringing them in physically. Like the teleportation circles are overrun. We don't know what's going on, and then we just jump them before they can do anything. I mean, like we still have the wizard school next door, but maybe we could find a way to
And if we get inside, it's got the same emergency shut-off for the security.
How did we shut it off? B did that last time. Can you do that this time?
It didn't really go over well last time, but then again, there was a random murder. Yeah, if we just walk in and pretend that we want to use the service, we do the same thing. We walk to the display and go to the emergency shut it off. But then we're trapped inside without them. So then do we coerce them to come in and kill them? Because it's kind of run on,
Well, I'm uncertain if these wizards are directly in opposition. I just like to kill people all willy-nilly, but if I need to, I will. Perhaps we can send maybe Cleonile over there to distract the guards if she masquerades as one of the parents from the other enterprise, and she can talk to them while we do other thing over here. And
Wait a minute, that's
perhaps
even more perfect. If she can change into my mother, then
Yeah.
she can go in and direct it. I mean, we want these wizards, we want the staff to work for at least 2 days to get all these Shardmind here and organized, right? And then Mother can redirect them towards, not Port Royal if we want to keep it secret.
do your parents would have enough authority to command all of these things? Oh, absolutely. I would just walk in and pretend I own this place. Penny, I think Cleonile could just pretend and walk in to own this place, and we'll just play that up. And maybe we need some new, perhaps see some new guards to look over the establishment, since I heard there's a nasty divorce happening between your parents.
And I should
your mother
probably
would
give
probably
you
like to-
sensitive information that only she would know, because they are wizards. They are going to imagine people are going to sneak in with a false disguise. So we can make you legit. Oh, I can tell you some horrible stories. Oh, we can use this opportunity to tell her bad stories, that'll piss them off. Can we do that after?
We got lots of options. But it seems that this
I was gonna say, should we just camp out a little further out and let Rourke bring the cart with Cleano and all the other Shardminds and make sure the everybody gets here smoothly the next couple of days? And
I
then
think that might be the easiest bet if things go smoothly once we're inside. But perhaps we send. Who else should go with her? Cleonile, of course. The Shardminds. Should I go? Do you think that they would know who we are, Boyle?
they they
Have
know
they
who
seen our
we are.
faces are here?
Oh, yes.
Hmm.
You'd need to be.
I can go.
If you won't go as mother, then you should go as someone who's interested in using the service. I mean, you have all these shard mines.
I think
Perhaps Mother and Livia, so a new head of security who will be replacing the wizards next door because of what happened at the other store.
There we go.
Could be a nice cover.
Could be.
Well, so perhaps we hit the wizards first to let them know they've all been fired. Then we go to
And
the
dismiss
Emporium,
them.
correct? And then we go to the Emporium, take over with our new security, and now there's no one to stop us when we do bad things. All right.
Boyle loves
Oh,
that
wait.
idea.
Yeah. Yep.
It sounds like it should work. She starts to army walking behind her. All right, let's get her done. So yeah, so she'll take 8 shard mines. It doesn't really matter like which ones it is. But she's definitely gonna make sure she gets Rorg, Morg, Gorg, Zorg, and Vorg.
Morg,
So that's long distance.
Gorg, and Vorg.
Yeah, so
And Morg.
3 times the weight, the Death Dog guy, Armbow, Great Memory, and the Communicator dude.
Just make sure you don't take Org.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
the surgeon stays outside.
Org or Torg. We're gonna work with those two together. We're gonna figure this out.
Okay. So as you guys are going, you start to see it off in the distance. Everybody roll a dexterity saving throw as something destroys your right wagon wheel, and
Oh my god.
you guys go flying.
Fix it. All 3 of us aren't here.
8.
21.
Wait.
Can I take some from Tanner? Can I do a little borrowing system? Like, maybe borrow,
No.
like 5 points. Get me up to a third. Just a third.
That
You
would
only
be-
need a 6.
14 for Cleonile. I got a what is this? Dexterity saving throw?
Mhm.
A 12.
Thankfully.
Oh my god. Morton Zao did terrible. Morton Zao got a 6.
All right. Everyone below a 13 is
Yes, I passed.
prone and takes
Oh no.
3 points of bludgeoning damage as they hit the ground. The rest of you land on your feet, and as you all look behind you, you see in the trail. Why don't you tell me what you see? It's Tippy Toe. Not even going to give you a chance to come up with something.
Oh, I
clever.
was like, what?
It's a
You
bunny.
see this
It's just
big
a bunny.
beast standing there, like a roided out werewolf, dragon, monster beast. But these tiny little deer feet, as you just see dust settle around him, blood dripping from his hands, drops this like ripped jersey of like a high school that does not fit the theme of anything we've ever done in Silvernell, and just charges at you guys. But before we go into that, back at the council room, the Thesian Guild and Spencer are going to have a conversation. This meeting will adjourn. You'll go back into your hallways. You'll go back into your elevator. You will go down. You will get back into that room that they can move around. And they're going to start a conversation because the people from the Thesian Guild and Rakshita are with you. So they tell you that tomorrow you will have a full conversation in the arena, all of us, and we will announce our plan. We have the day to come up with a plan, and you are free to go, but you will be tagged so you could be observed. But don't worry, we're all being tagged. We're all equal here. What do you say? And tomorrow's also when we get all the money.
As long as I can keep my free will, I guess. As long as I'm still allowed to kill whoever I want.
Oh, for sure. These bids are secret unless you want them to otherwise be. This is a big one. But they're still going to observe every single thing you do ever. So
Whatever.
What is the tag like?
the wizards that came in, the door opened to this place, and they came in and Trip and a couple of the wizards went out, and they came back in with this box that has like this skinny, it looks like a plastic glow stick almost.
Okay,
That's it.
so it'll be like something physical that they put in there.
But
Okay.
I'll go first. He's gonna pick one out of it. He's gonna put it on, and it's gonna fit his wrist and then shrink into his wrist and dissolve. Can't wash it off. You can't pull it out. It's just there.
Okay. We'll put it on. Fuck it.
Then Russ will put it on. And he's going to look at the box and see a few more. Now, when you leave here today, you're going to try to find the rest of them, right?
Yeah.
And you're probably going to tell them about it.
Duh.
Okay. They're going to be watching you tell them. They're going to know where your friends are. They are going to know everything. They're going to know what I eat tonight. So if you tell them and your friends and you decide you don't like this, you're out. They'll kill you. They'll know exactly where you are and they'll be able to find you. I'm just telling you this so that you don't go crazy. Are we on the same page?
Yes, this is a lot less and less free will, it sounds like, but okay.
Right.
What do you think? Do you think they'll want these? And he's going to hold the box with Livia, Penny, Bognak, Cleonile, Mortenzal,
Will.
no, Russ. No, Russ put on
Yeah.
his. Kincaid. So he's going to give you 6.
Oh, if I could get Gabe.
Where is Kincaid?
He's God damn.
They said they need a plan, right? We need to come up with a plan.
Yeah, you have a day, and then they're going to come back and get the plan, and that's when you'll be funded.
Also, you've been gaslit by someone who didn't have any
You're like
plans.
a-
They're like, hey, fix this problem for us that we also can't solve.
So what you're able to discern in all of this time here is Millwest Center runs on a singular entity that can provide great means and shift politically and economically things around this entire built-in walled center. But a council is either super wealthy or super prominent people in the community who can afford and have what it takes to be a member and then can bid different things to shift this economy and everything. And some things can be public, like the Griffin family's donating a statue, or it can be secret like this. And all of this has brought Mill West Center to its success as its singular island government without Summit. So that's what Spencer explains. We bid, we got the conversation, we're in. Or they kill us.
Okay.
He's going to give you the box of bracelets, and they're going to show you the way out. You are kind of behind 2 big warehouses right now, somewhere in the city. They're going to explain to you how to get out of the city, and one of the wizards will even suggest to go with you if you'd like. Otherwise, you're free to go.
No, the second she knows that she's free to go, she's grabbing Russ and stomping off in the opposite direction.
All right, as you guys take off, they're just going to yell to remember to meet us back at the original spot of the building. Tomorrow
Okay.
morning when the sun rises. All right, and that's what you'll hear running off.
Blah blah blah.
All right.
So boring.
You're you're running
He's
off.
like, oh, thank God we're out of there.
That stupid thing. Okay, you guys back there, roll initiative. And while you roll initiative, let's take a 10-minute bathroom break so we can come back and be ready for it.
Hey, got so many
Dun,
things.
dun, 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 dun,
All right,
dun.
we'll see everybody soon. Go to the bathroom.
I guess so. Thank
Welcome back from the bathroom, everybody, to Act 3. We're going to start right now because I think MJ might still be at the bathroom, so let's just start with B walking through the woods with Russ. That seems nice.
Does it?
Do you know where you're going, B?
Absolutely the fuck not. Just walking.
Right now, technically, you're still in the city.
I'm gonna go towards like something that smells good. I feel like they haven't eaten in a while.
Perception.
Gonna
check.
go check out, something
Use that nose of yours.
tasty.
And honestly, at this point, because you've done it so many times, I'm going to give you from now on proficiency with perception if you use scent.
Okay.
Because it makes sense now.
I got a 14.
You smell some really good freshly baked bread wafting from around a corner to your right.
I'll check it out then. I'll follow the scent just for shits and giggles.
All right, there's a nice countertop side store where they're selling all of this bread, and there's these big ovens where they're pulling them out in big racks with bread, and there's like 3 or 4 guys in there with aprons dusting off, and this nice younger lady comes to the front desk and says, "Hello, can I help you?"
Bread. B just says, deadpan looking at her.
Okay. And she walks over and grabs off the rack this big loaf, and right beside her are all these pictures of Dragontooth students on a big wanted poster. Almost like those old Pokemon posters with all the Pokemon. And she just takes it right beside it and goes in. Boom. That'll be 3 gold, please.
B slaps down 3 gold quickly. How big is the counter?
It's like a bar top. There's a couple stools, so it goes on for maybe about 12 feet.
B's gonna hop over the counter to where the posters are, and she's gonna rip down her poster and Russ's poster. And as she hops back over
it's all
the
on
counter,
the same one, so you'd have to rip down the whole poster.
Oh, I'll just rip it all down then.
Yeah.
I'll rip it all down.
And it's right.
As she hops back over, she'll throw 1 more gold piece down, so 4 in total, and be like, "I'm taking this too," and then just takes the bread and walks away.
The fella's none the wiser. She just pockets the gold as you walk away with bread and a Dragontooth wanted poster.
Okay.
Russ is like just walking up because you just jolted to the right. What are you doing?
He just goes, "Bread," and says it again, but like it's in a happier voice this time.
His stomach warbles.
Ah, it's a good idea. You take the majority of it. Can I have just a piece?
B'll rip it perfectly in half and hand him the other half.
I don't need this much. Give this much to the baby.
Okay.
Russ, that's not how that works.
And B takes a handful of it and just aggressively slaps it against her stomach, and it sticks
God.
for a second, but then it kind of peels off and hits the floor.
Like taxes.
No,
And
I'm.
B just looks at him.
20-second rule.
He looks at him and goes, I think it's in the mood for a rat kebab.
Okay. Yes, exactly
Slap
what
it, not
we're
stab
gonna
it.
get. Also, I'm gonna teach you how the baby gets food after this.
It
There.
doesn't seem like he knows.
He's gonna point and look, and right as you look, you see a rat scurry between 2 crates into an alleyway. Russ is gonna dart at it into the alleyway.
B's gonna follow him. She's not gonna be attacking it herself, but she's gonna follow him.
All right, as you run up, holding some bread and a Dragontooth poster flying in your hands, kind of jumping in between crates, you see pieces of crates breaking and shattering down this dark alleyway before Russ's shadowy figure pops up and just kind of wades through all the crap and gets to you. And he's got a rat that's still alive in one hand, and he's got like wood cuts everywhere. He just pulls it up, snaps the rat's neck, and just takes a splinter that's stuck into his pants and just starts digging it through the eye into the neck, catches onto the spine, gets down into the ribs before it just pops out half the tail, half the butt right at the end.
Okay, let's make a fire. Don't worry, I'll have it ready soon.
B's standing there in awe, and she's like, "I love my man that knows his way around a rat."
B, the way.
He's gonna look down.
We don't
Different
plan on
strokes.
coming back here, do we?
Probably not. Not really my style.
He's gonna put it down on the ground and pull out his tinder box and light those crates on fire. And it's just gonna start a small spread of fire into the alleyway. He's gonna pick up the rat and
Because you keep watch.
as that's happening, Tippy Toe charges at you guys. You've all rolled initiative, so before anything, Mortenzal gets to go first as the first defense.
Monzao failed his dexterity check, so he's half his movement to get up from prone, and he is going to climb atop the cart.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna yell. He's not gonna yell anything. He's gonna mentally say, "Make yourselves useful," and he's gonna shoot a ray of frost at Tippy Toe. 14 to hit.
You see, he's just full charge. That's gonna fly right at him. He opens his big mouth, these big teeth, almost like double layers of teeth on top and bottom, and it's just gonna shoot into his mouth. It's just like grabs on, like spits it, and just magic blasts this bush. So he completely deflects it. It's still charging.
Ooh.
So now he's 40 feet instead of 50 feet.
Okay, well that's the end of my turn. That's all I got.
Bognak.
I got the attack. That's all I got.
Bognak's turn.
I do want to say quickly is my favorite thing about the last scene with B and Russ was Tanner quietly saying, "I don't think Russ knows how babies get food." It's like,
And then B slams her stuff.
We had it wrong.
yeah, Bognak also failed his dex check, so he's got to stand up.
Okay.
So he's half his movement to stand. And then he's gonna use the rest of his movement to try and put himself between the cart. Can I use maybe like? Is there any sort of check I could do? Like I saw it just like spit the magic this way. I'm not sure if that was flavor or if that was this thing as like a magical resistance.
I can't tell you.
Oh, that's what I say. Is like an insight or arcana check I could do to maybe understand
an
that
action.
further, like, as my action, because I don't think I can get to it on this turn anyway. So
You got short legs.
yeah.
Yeah, insight.
Okay.
Actually, just straight perception, staring right at it as it happens.
Just a straight perception.
Yeah,
You watch so much magic get cast at people. You're learning,
yeah,
Bognak.
you're learning from the school.
17.
Yeah, that should have at least destroyed the inside of its mouth. That deflected it.
Okay. Good to know. Bognak will relay his findings to everybody else. He's like, yeah, it looks like magic. Good luck. As he stands there.
At least with that specific
Nature.
turn that person did.
Right. It was a cold blast, right? So it's like
Well,
ice.
no, I'm saying because of that specific turn, things that happened in that turn.
Gotcha. Cool.
So it's not like
All right.
he can't deflect all magic, is what I'm saying. That would be busted.
Okay. Yeah. Well, beholders. Bognak's gonna
Hey,
stand
we're
up.
not trying to fight no beholders right now.
You wanna fight a
Calm
beholder
down.
right now?
No, they
No.
already got Cthulhu to deal with. Stop it.
Meteor falls from the sky.
hell
Bognak he's going to use his movie to try and place himself between like the cart and everybody else and just be there to tank it. He's got a shield and sword out.
Cool. Penny. Or Livia, what's your
No, I'm so last.
Livia, what's your initiative?
15.
Okay, so you're actually next.
Yeah, no, it wasn't me.
All right.
It's 40 feet away.
So this 40 feet away is charging at us
Mhm.
currently.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna pop a firebolt off and shoot at it. Maybe catch some stuff on fire in the meantime. 18 to hit.
The jungle down.
That hits.
For 14 fire damage.
Okay. Yeah, it blasts him right in his arm. Kind of slows him down a little bit, but he's still going as embers
Yeah,
fly.
took with 2 dice. Yeah.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, and then I'm going to move out of the proximity of the area that he is charging.
Off the path into the jungles type.
Yeah,
Okay.
and bonus action hide.
Cool. Yeah, hide behind a palm tree. Completely.
Yeah.
All right, Penny. This thing is
Going
charging.
to. She's looking at it. She kind of throws her hair back, and it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Nat 20.
I'm gonna give you disadvantage with silvery barbs
Okay.
from a good old. But instead of from it being from Penny, Clea now does it. She goes, and she gives you disadvantage.
Then it's a success.
And bugs start to float around this thing as it starts to run towards us, and I cast levitate on it, and it 15 feet in the air, and it just off of his feet, and it just lifts in the air, and I go, archers, shoot, and it's gonna. So I pick it up in the air, and I'm with the archers to fucking shoot it when they go.
Gotcha.
That's my turn. So I'm gonna use my, and it can still attack and stuff if it has range attacks, but it can't use its movement. It's
Gotcha.
just stuck.
All right, Cleonile. Yeah, lifts him up in the air.
Then I wasn't an attack, but then that went off better than I thought. Oh well, that was a new spell I learned. On the bright side. And then she kind of just looks around, and she's gonna. It's too high in the air for her to hit, so she's just gonna stay, hold her action, dodge. She's gonna dodge.
All right, the Shardminds are going to shoot their arrows from training. A lot of them are going to hit, but I will give them luck dice for this. Okay, then I'll roll the damage dice. Oof, they've trained well. Arrows just into the body as they're coming from different directions from around you guys, because the Shardminds kind of ended up behind you, and do a lot of damage to him, because that's a lot of Shardminds that trained in bow. Okay, but he's
Pirates,
still standing, or still floating. It's his turn. They're bugs, so he's probably going to try to, like, bite at the bugs. But it's just swarm, right? I'm getting my visual right.
Well, it's just the spell levitate, so it's just flavored that it's bugs, but I'm just casting the spell levitate
But
on
to
him.
him, it would look like...
Yeah, like bugs are like biting at him and picking him up.
His jaw is going to unhinge, and he's just going to breathe fire in this like circle around him to try to catch these bugs on fire. So does he need to roll for these bugs, like the attack?
No. He's just tripping, bruh.
No, he's really just tripping. The only way that he can get out of this is if I drop concentration on it. He's kind of just stuck for 10
the
minutes.
swarm of bugs it's a flavor.
Yeah,
it won't stop his levitate.
It's not Penny's normal swarm of bugs she normally uses. She just made a bug because she cast levitate. Yeah. So there's nothing actually stopping him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fully tripping out. So he can shoot fire except the floor's on fire.
He's gonna do it to breathe the fire around, but there's.
Now, is the jungle on fire? New question, because that is stressful.
See, it's kind of a different situation mentally, so I'm gonna like tweak it a little bit, because instead of a swarm kind of holding up, it's like the levitation, but I imagine it's like maybe it looks like a swarm underneath him to hold him up. So he's still gonna do it towards down there, but not too close to him, and it's still not gonna work. Cool.
Gotcha.
Just so it's not a big illusion, because that's a different spell.
Yeah.
I got so many of them. Yeah. Everything's always typically bug flavored, because I'm always like, bug.
Yeah, but yeah,
I got you. Yeah.
Which brings us back to the top, and it is Mortenzau's turn.
Mortenzau is going to. I looked the wrong way. He's gonna take note from Livia, and he's gonna shoot a firebolt, and that is a dirty 20 to hit,
Oh yeah.
and he does 16 points of fire damage. Let's see. That's out of firebolt.
Okay. All right. Yeah. He screeches out in pain as you see fire kind of shoot out of like a couple holes in his body. Maybe some already marks have been made, and the fire ignited somewhere and kind of went through his skin or something.
Cold fire, bitch.
Bognak.
How high up is he, Penny? Just out of curiosity.
Currently 15.
Okay, yeah, it's.
I don't know how big he was, because I was like, I don't want him to like.
Yeah.
The tone thing, I was worried about.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's a good call. Bognak's just gonna start throwing hammers at him.
All right, roll your attacks.
Yeah, and then just keep picking up his hammers just directly underneath.
Where's Will with that bow?
Will's on the ship.
Oh, he's on the ship. Yeah.
So the first light hammer attack is a nat 20.
There we go.
Let me know the damage, because this could be the funniest thing in the world right now.
Okay, so the So a light hammer typically does a d4 plus 5, so this is 2d4 plus 5.
No, it's a D4 plus 5, and the damage
So
dice is a
9.
max on the way we do it here, so it'll just
Yeah.
be a 4.
That's right. Well, I rolled a 4 already, so that's that's 13 plus the bludgeoning damage die that I get with this armor.
Ooh, which is
So
also doubled.
That's an extra
Yeah.
2d12 on top of it.
Hey.
So 24 plus whatever you roll.
Right. So yeah. So it's
Describe how you kill it. Like,
okay. Cool.
He knows.
you only need a 10.
Be no.
I think Bognak just like lines it up, just like chucks the hammer at its head. He's like, "All right, stay away from the cart, big guy. I'm just gonna put you to sleep." And he throws it too hard and just goes through its skull. And he's like, "Oh, you!"
Levitating in the air, he just kind of like falls limp, still levitating.
That's a bad pinata.
Beautiful.
There's just blood everywhere. That's a bad pinata, Penny. And Bognak gets flashbacks to when the spell was used on his dying body, like so many moons ago.
Listen, it saved us, okay? It saved us.
And he just goes and picks up his
Literally.
hammer, and he gives a thumbs up solemnly.
Yeah, and Penny just slowly lowers the body. Wow, Bognak, that is very impressive. You are taking training very seriously. And good job, everyone. Oh, mentally. She ain't gonna say that out loud because we're in the jungle. Mentally. She gives kudos. And she drops a spell. Goodbye, spell slap. And is he wearing clothes? Like, is there anything on his body? Okay.
Naked.
Full beast.
Well, onward. Shall we go then, everyone?
Okay.
Everyone okay?
Well,
Yeah.
it basically like comes back to life. It's like an urban legend or something. Let's just cut off its legs or something, just so it doesn't like it can't chase us then, right?
Also, you
Oh,
could,
let's take
then
its
you could
head
say
for B.
perfect. Also, you said we hit something. Did it mess up the cart at all? Any fucked up wheels? Are we good?
Are you saying knock one of the wheels off?
It shattered the wheel.
I'll mend the wheel. I'll cast
You
mending
can tell
on the
by
back
the way
of
it looks
it.
like
There
the
we
wheel.
go.
Looks like the claw, just like as he ran out from the side, clawed it, and you guys kept going and fell. He was back there, and now he's.
Oh, we're gonna mend it. Bognak's
All right,
gonna
it's gonna
mend
take some
that.
time, but yeah, a little bit of time to mend all those pieces together. But
Will
yeah,
it be faster if Penny also casts mending?
yes, it will be twice as fast.
Great. Penny also casts
Will it be
mending.
triple if I don't?
Silver Fox Webb sent a main player advantage also.
All right, let's roll for it.
Hey.
Let's roll for it. It's a
Silver Fox.
it's a
So again,
D8.
I remove my hat from the ring.
You're in the
removing your
fight
hat.
now.
All right. Wow, how a noble player tonight. All right,
I don't want it.
Erica
He's
1
the
2,
only one.
I'm not.
Michael 3 4,
So,
Tanner 5 6. It's a 2 again.
Fuck you, Erica.
Yeah.
well, let it be known that Cleonel Silvery Barbs goes to me, so I have advantage for a minute. So I hope we do something in the next minute.
Okay. Oh, another
So-
tippy toer.
Tippy Toe comes back up to life.
All right, you guys get back on the cart and you.
That's
try
why I
to
cut
get
off
down
its
there.
legs. That's why I cut off its legs, in case it does come back to life.
About
We
this
can take its
time,
head.
you can see around this patch of trees, the back of the small village's Shardmine Emporium, and Boyle points it out, and then points out the building right beside where the guards are.
Oh my god.
Bless you. So, what would you like to do?
Thank you. Yeah, so to recap the plan, Cleonile going in as the mom with Livia, who's gonna be new
New security.
and the Shardminds, and we are replacing we're firing these dudes. But yeah, so we will take the cart, we'll leave the rest of the Shardminds and the pirates in the and Bognak and Cleonile and Mortonzow in the brush, the jungle, in the clearing. And then the cart will go into town.
You mean Penny?
Wait, what did I say? Oh yeah, leave Penny and Mortonzow, Cleonile and Livia take the cart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll if we're close enough within range, I'll cast to keep an eye on the
Clairvoyance.
tower. Yeah, clairvoyance, just like we have an eye in the sky there.
The tower? You mean at Millwest? How far
No,
does this thing
no,
go?
no.
Oh.
It's got a mile radius. It's got a mile
Oh,
radius.
this is way over
So
a
it's
mile.
like, Not Millwest. The this little center doesn't have another security tower next to it.
He did the security warehouse building.
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
it's like a little warehouse building. It's not
Oh,
too
okay.
big.
Well, I just put it outside of both of them to like keep
Cool.
an eye on it. Like
All
just
right,
like
far out.
okay.
Yeah, they take the cart and they go in. So let me hear a little bit of flavor of how Miss Chorine is going to convince them, and then you can roll me a performance check.
Yeah, she comes in and she enters with the shards and Livia. As I'm sure you've all heard, there was a problem at the Midwest Center, and due to the guards' lack of, how I say, experience, you've all been removed from service. I think I'm going to go with a more outside approach rather than using the students, as I think I need a little more mm, bite in my security. So this lovely woman, Livia, will be taking over, and you all will be dismissed. I'm so sorry. Um, I would say collect your last paychecks, but you could take that up with my husband. He's around somewhere.
Performance check.
Thank you, Daddy.
Can I like give the help action?
I already have advantage because I'm pretending to be
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I was
somebody
thinking it
else.
wouldn't
But
help.
I got a 17 plus 5, 23.
Yeah,
22?
they believe you. People are
Yeah.
booking it out of there. And with a 23, with the performance of how aware you are, you can also hear them questioning what's going on. Some people are like, I feel like something's fishy. Why would she be here to do this? But 90% of them are like, Miss Chorine says this sucks, but
I have a quick question
Yes.
for clarity. Penny has a Cleonile die. Therefore, does Cleonile have a Penny die?
what do you mean?
Relationship dice.
Yeah.
Beloved.
Being beloveds.
No.
Since I'm playing as Clea now.
But
It's a one
Cleonile,
love.
giving
but
me
Cleonile
too
does
much
have a
pa-
relationship point with
Look,
Boyle.
you're giving me too much power with Russ. Okay, I'm already strong enough with him, and then you're gonna get a ghost dice. A ghost will get a dice. Michael's
but
gonna
I'm
end
not-
up
I'm not
jacked
playing
with
the
dice.
ghost.
Well, I will gladly take nothing on both sides of my non-NPC that exists in order for everyone to have one.
Just
He said, I'll stay
think
single
it's a
for
good
all of
idea.
you.
You would do
I'll
that
take
for
that
us?
burden.
Plot armor.
Everyone is.
I'll carry the burden of being
do
lonely.
also, since Kincaid is confirmed alive, do I have a relationship dice with him? Because he and I spent years together in the astral plane.
You know what?
And then
You know
That
what?
don't mean he liked you, Bognak.
Did you have a relationship point with him?
I think we did. I had some because he and I were like, I have to go back and rewatch. But I was like,
If you did, then yes. If you didn't, no.
okay, I'll go back and rewatch and confirm because it was like when we came back, it was like me and him had lived together for like a couple of
Yeah.
years with this professor
As long
training
as
us.
Bognak knows he's alive.
Let it be known. Kincaid's
Bognak
gonna come back. He's like, hey, Frank, what's up?
Bognak doesn't know yet, but
Yeah.
B might say it at some point. We'll see.
All right, you've cleared the building.
Yeah.
You've got full control over the small village Shardmine Emporium. What do you want to do?
Was there any security to get here like we passed going into Midwest Center, or was it just a...
No,
Was
it's,
it just-
it's a small village. This is the most protected place, it looks like, in this small village.
Then yeah, I guess head out and move everybody in so that bring all the crew in a inconspicuous manner. If it's like out, if the place is out in public, then bring them in small groups so we're not all like moving all 40 at one time. But if it's just like no one's around, then just move them all into this emporium and wait for these people to start arriving. I guess would be the best bet. I guess we just have to wait until the thousands of Shardminds get here.
We're gonna stay in the warehouse. Like, let's just stay in the warehouse, and then you can do trainings in there. Penny, that seem like a good idea?
Well, see,
Yeah, are the wizards keep leaving this warehouse thing? Because they took the last one, so I don't know if they're gonna just
So-
leave their house here.
they're going to leave it because it's not their property. It belongs to the Griffin family. And
Oh.
the Boyle is going to point out, okay, you just fired all those shard mines. There are those wizards. There are still wizards that are out giving out the notes. Like, they have to take it to these homes because there's no telephones. They have to take it. Some of them did mental messages and stuff, but they can only do that so many times. So they have to take out notes because there's tons of shard mines. So you're going to have to fire more when they get back. But they're not, like, the message isn't at some homes yet. You've only been traveling this day.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so
Then we will make sure that we have someone at the door to the warehouse so that when they come in, the first person they are met with is someone who is informing them what's happening. It can be Cleo now. Cleo now can wait at the door to look like, whoever she needs to be like,
Whoever.
oh, yeah, and chat them up. Also, she knows that people are like losing jobs or whatever, so she's also gonna be that soft-hearted cannibal. She's like, oh well, if you need some employment, I
That's
may know
perfect.
someone.
Okay, jump back over. B. Russ has finished his kebab. He hands you the kebab B as you walk away from a burning alleyway.
Awesome. We're not gonna do anything to put that out per normal. She's
Oh my
gonna she's gonna munch on it, and she's gonna look for somewhere where she might be able to sell some of the things that she has that she doesn't need.
Walking around, you see something that looks very similar to a shop. You can deduce that you can probably sell things from there. There's a big burly man who can't talk. He's got a big slash on his neck that his scarf doesn't always cover up. He has to keep bringing it up. But he can only just like garble. And has like
Perfect. B loves not having to have a conversation with somebody. So assuming that this is somebody that I can sell things to, I already like have a huge list and I already did the math so that it could go quickly. But I'm gonna sell him the gem I have, the 4 diamonds, the silk dark red robe, the opal necklace, the brass mug with jade, the gold rings with bloodstones, and the blue ruby. And all together, that's 1,975 gold.
Do each of those items have a value already beside
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
He is going to show you the prices and then write down all those prices that you have written down for it. He's not going to give you 200
Full price.
he's not going to give you full price. He's going to give you 200 less than each of those individual prices, and then turn and point to another one of those posters with your face on it.
She's gonna go up to it and rip that one down, and then be like,
He's going to lock his cash register.
B's gonna take out her katana and like stab it into the like desk or whatever, like everywhere she put up the items to show him. She's just gonna stab it into it and like cock her head to the side.
He's just going to jump out of the way and go to this big bell on the wall and start ringing this really loud bell, and you can see behind you wizards running this direction.
Run, bitch, run.
She's just gonna roll her eyes and scoop everything back in. I will sell all of that eventually. She's gonna do that, and then she's gonna be like, here we go again. Come on, Russ.
All right, as you turn and run out, the guards yell for you to halt. Roll 5 wisdom saving throws.
Awesome. Didn't we just
All
go
with
through this?
advantage.
Did
don't
we?
don't do a wisdom saving throw. Make it a yakety sax chase sequence. Give the people what they want.
That's cute. I do like that visual.
Like a little Scooby Doo. Everybody's run through the same
Yeah.
doors. Bees a dinosaur. Russ is a dinosaur. Bees riding on his shoulders. Come on.
A 25, a 19, a 6, a 5,
Okay,
and a
6.
13.
6. On the third one, same thing. Your body's stiff. Let me roll Russ's. Uh-oh.
Bee, don't you have main player advantage?
He's already failed.
Yeah, I used it.
Okay.
And he's frozen in spot 2. One of the wizards walks up to
God
you.
damn it.
You are now under the position. Huh? Oh, you see all the wizards kind of turn and look at different directions.
Yeah, let her go.
He drops it. You're free to go. And walks
Thanks.
away. Russ looks at you.
What just happened?
I don't know.
She's the queen.
Did we just go back and steal all that guy's cash?
Do you think it's because the bracelets?
Yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. Yeah, let's go rob that guy. Now that
Let's
we're at it, if we
totally
can't get in
do
trouble.
that.
All right, as the wizards walk down that direction and you look at your newfound immunity, you turn and the guy is just watching the guards, and he goes to yell out for the guards, but he can't. And he runs for the bell.
Oh, I'm running
Cut
for
his
the
hands
cash
off.
register if it's
Okay,
I
so
mean, what's he gonna do? Ring it again and they come again?
in
Ooh.
slow motion, you see he's running for this big bell as you see this velociraptor dive over the counter towards him with its mouth open, and from behind the velociraptor is just fucking B jumping in the air, kicking the cash register. Coin goes flying everywhere as this velociraptor lands on the back of the neck of this poor shopkeeper who just misses the rope for the bell and falls
He's
down.
just trying to make a living, y'all.
You see a velociraptor tail just coming from behind the counter as B and Russ jump up on the counter and break open the cash register and just look at each other. And jump
Let's
right
grin,
back.
and then I'm gonna start picking all that shit up.
B gain 314 gold.
Oh yeah, see?
That dude was
He
broke.
wouldn't have been able to buy
Right.
your shit anyways.
Right.
Scott described that character. I knew he didn't have enough money for you. That dude was...
I was like, this guy's not gonna.
He ain't even got vocal cords. He ain't got no money.
B is a little bloodthirsty, or a little, I guess, gold thirsty now. She's gonna pillage any nearby places that are selling any type of wares, except for the bread girl. Except for bread girl, I will specifically say that bread girl is spared. Everybody else is getting robbed.
All right, as this continues to go on, Boyle is going to talk to you guys who are at the small village, in Shardmine Emporium. He's going to tell you it's going to be at least another day before the notes have fully been passed out, which means we might not see Shardminds for a few days. But did I hear you say you want to put the Shardminds in the warehouse, in the guards' quarters?
That was...
Just need a place to rest. Where else should we be going?
Because I'm going to say those are all owned by my family, and we are my family.
I was about to say us.
I'm just saying, if we get all the warehouses, we can put all the Shardminds in all the warehouses, and then we don't have to take up our entire cove.
Oh, can we get?
You're coming off a bit selfish right now and not really willing to share space. Which,
Well,
if you're going to be a
need-
part of this in the long run, you're going to have to be able to share.
Well, let's just keep in mind we are making room for thousands of Shardminds, and we do not have the space for them. So this is a good plan. How can we get these other? Do we have to just go there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that's the thing to do after we collect all these Shardminds. We can go and collect these warehouses if they are just. Do we need a wizard to control them, or is it remote operated?
The warehouse. Oh, the. Well, someone has to be attuned to it.
You know, things don't work out for me very well when we split, but I feel like we should send one of us to each one and come back with their own groups, right?
Well,
we
only
all can't
Clean
go
Out can
'cause-
turn into Mom.
Right, we're all wanted villains, so it has to be clean out.
Is there like a visual message we can send to like each one of the locations from here in order to just do what we did here everywhere at once?
No, unfortunately, we
Oh,
destroyed
fire all
the
them?
only signal out to the other branches.
Well, I think we also can't teleport. We have to walk because we don't have teleportation circle ability.
If Clean
well.
Isles, so all the other ones have ports, right? So here's my proposal: if Clean Isle waits at the transportation circles as they bring them in, and just is like, hold on, go back to your respective branch. I'm so sorry, we're doing it there. Then that way we can distribute them to the warehouses, still staying in the same location, and then we can pick them all up by boat. All the ones here can make it their way to the
Now,
to the
Rockland
boat.
Pool is not in a port; it's on a body of water, in the island, on the island.
Yeah.
Well, the one that we're at right now, correct?
You're not at a port either.
No,
We
there's
don't have
another
this,
one.
there's no port.
So there's another one. So those two will just have to.
You have to
say-
go across the water to, or around the island to the Cathart port.
But also, there's so many of them that we again don't have the room to like put
We
them
don't
all in
have
ship and pick them all up. We can't, so that's why we brought them all here, because if we get them all together, we can at least walk back to the Pirate Cove. This new warehouse idea is a new one.
Well, here's another idea. They can form a monster. They can form together and form stronger forms together. Correct? If they're willing, could they do a Kamapa situation and form another ship? Or they're more proficient at swimming. They could at least swim with the boat.
I think they more just breathe underwater and sink to the bottom. I don't know if it's swimming, but I mean,
Well,
we can also head up towards the Silver Swamp, is where a bunch of them are from. So there might not be a need to take water routes. We don't. I mean, unless we know we're going next. I particularly don't know. It's nice having boats, but the sail
tell
to
that,
where?
tell that to my man Jorg, who is very good at swimming. That is his skill, and I will not belittle it. But
Well, that's a skill. That means the other ones can't do it.
that he's just better at it. He's the Michael Phelps of Shardminds. But
Just so tall and lanky.
so
Smoking
just
Rooter.
a strange body shape. That's what they always attributed it to with him. I mean, yeah, we got to find a way to move everybody. We don't have a way to move everybody. We're on an island, and that's what I'm saying. We need.
But we also don't know that we're leaving the island, so having them all with us physically is the easiest bet, rather than having an exodus to go pick them all up, which is why we sent them here.
So if everybody comes here, do we just handpick the strongest ones? Just come off. What's your best skill, and then
Yeah.
We just
Like a
we keep
talent
it.
show?
They're all staying. We just start a registry, and they can just let us know what they do as we take them.
I'm fine with that.
We put out a recall so that the people will think that they're messed up. So they're just gonna be dropping them off, and hopefully that there's not interaction with them. And if there is, Clea and I will be there with Livia to serve face if anyone does portal in
Yeah.
or arrives. Everyone else is just playing incognito until we
Yeah.
have a massive horde of Shardminds.
So we'll pick and choose once they get here. I mean, I'm fine with that because we don't have the resources to move them all anyway.
You say
At this
pick
point-
and choose. No, there's no picking and choosing. They're all coming.
How? If you don't want to
we
boat, if you
walk
don't want to swim.
right.
How do we get to the
I'm
mainland?
asking you where we're not going to the mainland. That's where Cthulhu is destroying. That's what I'm saying. We don't know where we're going, but currently we're here because the mainland is being attacked by a giant monster. That's not where I want to go.
Livia's
This is the
just
safest
like
place,
digging into her
but I don't know where
nails,
we're
like,
going
listening
outside of
to
walking
conversations
distance.
too.
Do you think? And this might be a question for the Shardminds themselves. They served as a gate to stop Cthulhu from entering this plane before. Do you think they could serve as a control gate to enter another plane?
That's something that we asked the other ones, but it seems to be not common knowledge. But there are more who may know other things, or it could be someone's specialty, perhaps. But they seem to know that they can be put into things, but less about how to actually do it. Unless one's an architect, that'd be handy.
That'd be handy. That'd be really handy. Let's hope an architect comes through in the next day or so. You
That's
see
why I
at
want
this,
to go.
I was about to say,
Sorry.
you see at this point. No, continue with it. I've got a joke.
She was. I considered going to Silver Swamps because they said that's where they're from, so that'd be the best place to track their history of how to use them. I worry about making them into a boat or a weapon because then I'm not sure they get to do much about that, and them being a gate or whatever is not really.
Well,
It's
if they
just against my
willingly
energies.
become said weapon or said gate, that's their own free will to become something for the greater good.
Correct. That is their option to choose. That pirate man just, changed the truth a little bit to get them on their side, and that's just not my thing. If they want to do it willingly, absolutely be my weapon, but I'm not going to force them to.
I absolutely agree. I
Yeah.
don't want to force them to do it. I think we're all on the same page there. The one thing I will say is that we have no idea how they form together or how they tear apart.
That is true.
And that's where it might be a necessary evil to bring along at least a couple of these wizards. To at least
I mean, is that not the point of these?
if they
whole
choose to fuse
Emporium
together, we can
places?
get them back apart again. If that's what they want.
Down
They
to
w-
figure out how they do it. We just haven't come across anyone who's known. Even the pirate who was selling them didn't really have an idea. He just kind of dropped them off.
Who did have an idea where was that family? We did kill a lot of them and fire a lot of them. So
Well, they were doing modifications. I don't know if they don't. The Millwest pirates, the Millwest people hate the pirates. I don't think they were doing the same thing. I think they just are both fucking with Shardminds to change them into things that help them, being a weapon or being individual things. I don't.
When
I mean,
the
perhaps
Shardminds can be able to change themselves to how they want.
Also, he was very much about needing all the Shardminds and all the pieces of the Shardminds to form this thing. But if the Millwest people are changing Shardminds and how they look, do those puzzle pieces still fit together? Is that?
no, this is all I've got left of Bruiser. Bognak pulls out. He's been carrying some shards of Bruiser. As mentioned before, he's like, I've got some of Bruiser at least if we need it. Yeah, I gave a little bit away to see if they could reincarnate him. We never knew if that happened, but so I've got these little pieces of Bruiser, but that's about it. Like, we don't have
Yeah,
everybody. We don't have everybody
yeah.
at the end of the day, so we can't do a full Cthulhu stopping situation. We could create a rival monster. We could create a bunch of things to help us out if they're willing, if that's what they want to do, because that's where they came from originally.
Yeah,
That's
they said they
on.
couldn't make a gate. I agree. They said they couldn't make a gate again because they needed all of them. But then the pirates said they can make smaller things. Perhaps we can make a lock. We know a places where Cthulhu comes through Dragontooth, and if we can go back there with them as some sort of and lock it down and get him on the other side or her on the other side, perhaps
I
locking the
just
portals that they come through is maybe easier.
I disagree because the only way that the only reason I disagree is because the only way that they could come through, if they're already here. Like, what's the point of
Right.
locking it? It's like a bear got in our house and we locked the door. Trust me, I shared a room with a bear for a long time. You don't want to lock yourself in there.
Correct. But do you have a plan to kill Cthulhu?
No. So are
Okay,
you
so it's
saying we
much.
go to
It's
another plane and lock Cthulhu here?
No, I'm saying it's easier to send Cthulhu if it's easier to banish a creature back to a plane than to destroy it. But if we lock the portals it's traveling through, then they cannot come back anymore because we can't kill Cthulhu and they couldn't kill it before. They put it on the other side of a portal where it came from. And if we send it back where it came from, then we lock the doors. That's my suggestion. Killing Cthulhu seems not. It's the size of a fucking ocean at this point.
I trust your arcane knowledge. The only thing I know about Cthulhu is it doesn't like good souls. That's the only thing I've learned about it at this point, unfortunately. A couple other things, but that's, it thrives off negative energy, thrives off bad things, and now the world's filled with it. And the whole time you're having this conversation, Bognak's still wearing the carrot costume, and he's and he's
Yes.
covered his face in dirt like some strange street performer to try and mask his identity. So you're having this full conversation with him. I just wanted to establish that in case anybody in this town came by. But
I'm curious to note if Cthulhu consumes souls or stores them, because that could be it's very strong delineation. Olivine has a bunch of souls inside of them, so if we could perhaps remove the souls from Cthulhu, weaken them, that could also be an option. But if they're eating them to just get stronger, that's very
Well,
Cho'Gathy and harder to reverse.
the scariest thing to me is I agree with you, and what we've been thinking all along, right? Cthulhu could consume and store those souls from Olivine, so Olivine has one coherent mind finally. And Olivine at the end of the day is the biggest weapon we're facing. And the fact that we can't even stop Cthulhu says a lot.
I think the biggest weapon we're facing is fucking Fatal. I think Olivine's a pretty damn good mind, though. I just haven't seen him do anything, but I've seen Fatal take down literal armies by herself, and it's kind of fucking annoying.
If I had to rank
Um,
them, I would say Olivine, Fatal, and then Cthulhu, which says a lot about our situation.
That's the exact way I would rank them as well. So we're on the same page here, and the top guy just has little knowledge. But I am working on ideas to get all of them, except Cthulhu. That's just Fatal is just a medium-sized creature. I can handle that. I feel like I could. I feel like I won't have to fight a toenail. I can like look her in the eyeball and slap her around. If I fight Cthulhu, it's a giant foot, and
No, because Fatal, again, because we ranked Fatal above Cthulhu in our power rankings, she full murdered me in one look before. And not saying Cthulhu can't do the same thing. But
yeah, Bognak, but you do die a lot. So I mean,
if you would like to go, I'm sure she'd find some way to rip the sap from your veins. I don't know how it would happen, but it would go down.
I'm always down to have a tussle. I told her to come down to it one day or the other. So she and I have both been waiting for. Oh,
Livia, bless you.
Livia, what are you doing?
Oh my god. Oh, sorry. Is that rude?
All right. So what are we gonna do here?
We curse you.
Boyle will tell you you've got 3 days before all the Shardminds
All
are
the
pretty much here.
Shardminds.
So 3 days is your window right now. In fact, I'm gonna help you by speeding it up. We're gonna time jump 3 days, and that's 3 days that B and Russ are causing chaos, stealing shit. So I'm gonna go back and forth. So Bognak, Livia, and Cleonile or Penny, you can pick which one. Will each get a roll. One for each. Like Bognak will get 1 week. Livia will get a week, and you can tell me what you're
Oh,
doing.
shit.
And B and Russ will get a roll for each week. So let's start with them because B is
Yay,
currently
yes.
wreaking havoc in Mill West. So B, go ahead and roll me an intimidation check on the first week.
That is a 17.
Our
Week or day?
It's a week. Our cinema camera zooms back to the image of the sentient cube being in the sentient throne and this red light glowing in the middle of this chasm. Very Thanos in the Avengers Endgame are insane. And you hear a voice go, stealing from our own people. This could wreck our economy. This is bad. We must stop her. Let her go on. And it does nothing. Okay, Bognak ran off. We'll skip him. You get the first week, Livia. What would you like to do in this first week? And you can get one roll.
So in the first week, I'm gonna make sure that my little bakers that I have all set up got the goods that I requested and have baked me some goods.
They got you all the ingredients you wanted. What did you want baked? But they spent all the money.
Oh, perfect. They spent Bognack's money.
Cool.
Yeah. Bee's got more whenever I see her one day. But yeah, so I just want them to make like some like local baked goods with the butter that I did. So it's like some
So have them go get
infused
some of the butter and
stuff.
come back. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
And so
Since you're
I wanted them
organizing
to
this,
like do that.
I'll let you roll like a tactical roll here. I'll let you roll a would be a good one for this.
Persuasion.
Yeah, sure. That works. Persuasion.
Since I'm like persuading on the sidelines
Mhm.
for them to like do all these things. 22.
All right. For a week, it's going to cost you 2 barrels of butter, but you're
Oh,
going,
okay.
you're going to get 70 Rooter butter pies.
70 Rooter butter pies.
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and make them apple pies because Rooter butter will be in them, but the flavor will be apple. Okay. B, you and Russ just garnished for that entire week 815 gold.
Oh yeah.
What would you like to do this week?
I'm gonna attempt again to try to find somebody to sell all of the rest of the stuff that I have to that actually will
All right, so
give me the full price.
at this point, not only are you a villain, but you're somehow an immune villain because there are tons of wizards that now just follow you around wherever you and Russ go, but they can't touch you for some reason, whatever this immunity is that you feel that you have. So everyone knows of you, and shopkeepers are fucking terrified. And at this point, shopkeepers are going out and offering you guys things so that you won't destroy their place.
Ooh, I
So
like that.
they're kind of jumping at the bit, and one guy will give you full price for those items. And then him and another shopkeeper are going to argue, well, I'll give you 25 gold on top of each item. Well, I'll give you 50, and you're going to see these shopkeepers fight until their like prospective partners come and kind of break them up. But
I'm gonna tell them it'll go to the highest bidder, and whoever isn't the higher bidder is gonna get robbed after.
intimidation check.
Hell yeah.
It's another 17.
Yeah, they push their
Hell yeah.
partners away and fight to the death. And one shopkeeper kills the other shopkeeper and offers you for your
What?
gold. So what was the total of all of that?
1,975 gold
1,900.
normally.
Just make it 2,200 gold. And
Okay.
again, we zoom to that sentient being. Seriously, this is wrecking our economy. Is it worth it? Just to gain a little bit of knowledge of Cthulhu. I mean, what does she have to offer if she spent 2 weeks destroying our facilities? We will let them continue. Let them.
Also, since this one, B is very impressed now since he went all the way to fight to the death and spill blood. B's been moved, so she wants to purchase some armor from him.
Oh, he tells
He
you
has
this.
it.
He is a tabaxi. He tells you his name is Grayson, and
Mm-hmm.
he will gladly sell you armor. What armor are you looking for? He'll give you half off.
He'll give me half off. Give me the best armor you have. Whatever would be the most expensive in the store.
What makes sense for B as a character to wear? Like, what are you allowed to wear without getting disadvantage or something? Because if you
I don't
look
think I can wear heavy armor.
okay, so what's the strongest medium armor that you'd like to wear?
Where can I see that?
Just Google armor 5e. Usually,
Yeah, I got
that's
you.
what I do.
I'm sorry, I got you. All right, so medium armor, the strongest would be a half plate.
I want to know about
So your
clothes.
armor class
Half
would be
plate.
15 plus your dex mod, and then you would have disadvantage on stealth unless you're, I guess, proficient at it.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that then.
Okay, so
And
now, and that'll cost you only he'll do a clean 300 gold.
Barbarians
Okay.
can do shields too, I think. Yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you can buy a shield too, and he'll just give it to
I'll
you.
get a shield too. Yeah.
He's got a regular shield, but he's also got a really nice shield that's normally 250 gold, but gives you a +3 instead of a +2, but he'll give it to you for 150.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay.
So that's 450 total.
Yep.
Okay.
So you now have an armor class of 15 plus your dex mod +3 when you hold your shield in one hand.
Okay.
I will say it will not be able to be held by the bear.
Yeah.
It's a smaller
Give them to your
strap.
body.
Ooh, y'all are in for a treat now.
Okay.
Throw on your back.
Bognak, you're the second week. What are you doing? Livia made sure that they baked a bunch of goods with the rooter.
Oh wow. Penny, do you have a plan?
I go last.
You go
We
last.
each get a week.
We just get a week. Honestly, I kind of think if our plan is, and I would talk to Penny about this beforehand, if our plan is to start heading for the Silver Swamps, if we're taking everybody there, maybe we just start heading there already, like a separate party. Would that be weird or no?
You can roll a nature check to discern a good path or make a good path towards it.
I just don't know what's in the Silver Swamps, so like I can't speak to that. I'm not from this side of the world, so like I didn't know if that'd be
Yeah,
safe.
No, none of you.
Were there
know the
more tippy
sign
toes out there? I don't know.
No, tippy toes are one and only.
Can I do
Are
a
there other
nature check in
monsters?
order to inform her?
No.
Holy Bognak.
Yeah, no. Well, I was just more so asking, like that was me just trying to ask, like, what do we think the best course of action is here? Because I don't know. I think what Bognak would be doing is really focusing again on these Shardmind traits and trying to really prioritize.
Build the roster, yeah.
Yeah, like that's what Bognak's gonna be doing, is building the roster. Like he's gonna be like, what do you do, and what do you do, and what do you do, and
Okay, so as Shardminds are pouring in, go ahead and roll a history check to catalog these things.
You should bring a Zorg with the great
All right.
memory.
That so yeah, Zorg can help. That'd be great if Zorg
Or
can
the
help.
cataloger.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he will jot the history. Instead, then roll me something to organize them to him and to organize the influx of these Shardminds. Go ahead and just give me, I know you're pretty good at dexterity. Give me your best dexterity check.
Dexterity is a +1. Okay. That's a 5. I'm gonna use my new trait because I roll like dog shit. Lucky. Using
Hey.
Bogdan has a more positive outlook on life now, and so he just
Refocuses.
refocuses and tries again. That's a 7. I'm gonna use another roll of lucky.
How many times can you
Oh
use
my
lucky?
god.
You got a whole week at 3 points of it.
I've got 3 times a
Oh,
day, so if
boy.
you keep fucking up, you can just keep using lucky.
Wow.
With this.
Wow.
That's an 8. So I'm gonna use my last charge of
me.
lucky.
What? They're going in numerical order.
That's penny rolling dice.
Oh no, we missed 6.
That's a 10. I'm gonna use my Wool Hamming friendship dice to bump that up, and it's gonna be a 1. I already know it. It's a 1. So I have
An 11.
an 11 after so many resources, but it did keep going up.
Okay. seeing that you're
You gotta
obviously
admire the
overwhelmed.
perseverance that he just
I know,
went through
and
to do
seeing how
that.
you're desperately.
Can I use know thy enemy to maybe help me out here? Like I just study
Wait.
them for a minute every time they
Yeah,
come
look
in.
in the mirror. It's
Wait,
yourself.
no, that
Oh,
would
yeah.
add so much more time onto everything. Kincaid
Hey,
dice.
you got a week.
The beloved dice.
Hey,
Oh, I think you said he dies, and I was like, damn.
I'll take a
this is
Kincaid
rude.
dice. That's a 13 total. Then we're at a 13. That's where we're at.
Pretty much an 11. Look, you tried so desperately to focus in on this, and you can catalog a little bit, and Will Hamming is there to be like, you got this, Bognak. I can help
He's
you.
there.
All right, everybody, they all look the same. But you'll be able
No.
to get a lot of useful things that I will detail in between episodes to you.
Cool.
But just not a lot. It's really you're gonna get overwhelmed with the amount of Shardminds.
There's so many names. It's just
All right.
yeah. Yeah, I'm
B,
glad I took lucky.
In your last week, okay, so in that week, in terms of what you sold, you also are gonna gain, because you kind of dwindled now the rest of the shops, gain like a 500 gold. But now you've pretty much hit every shop in Mill West after 2 weeks. So what would you like to do with your third and final week before you, I guess, go back with your friends in your vacation of destruction?
Wait, me?
B.
Oh.
Oh,
I
my
was like,
bad.
wait. I was like, huh? Get an association hard. I was like, what?
Yeah, B, sorry.
I don't know. I think they're just gonna kind of I don't know. I'm really torn between just burning everything to the ground, because I think that might. I don't know. That's gonna cause more problems. We're gonna lay low. I'm gonna rest up. Yeah, I think that we're just gonna kind of lay low and rest up. Maybe I think we kind of want to spend time looking at those bracelets that we have, trying to see how they work.
Roll an Arcana check.
Maybe. That was a 7.
That makes sense, because you're more blunt force, even though you are a druid. You do use music or magic too. But yeah, these are very powerful. You have no, and it's
Okay.
just dissolved in your skin, so you can't even see anything. It just looks like it. You just know where it dissolved into your skin. But between you and Russ, you can't really. I'll give you the help action because Russ is right there with you, and he's basically glued to your side.
Okay, let me see then.
Always helping.
Your insides.
Oh, that was a 19.
Hey.
What about Russ?
He's not rolling because he's giving you help action, but you can figure out that you can't wash. You can't wash it off. If you dig into your skin a little bit and there's nothing inside, it must be like on your skin. And Russ has the idea that maybe we can use some sort of anti-magic we find in one of these shops to like try to get it off. But because
Yeah.
so he is going to try to locate some of that. Let me roll lucky. Why do we always do cliffhangers? Let's see. He cannot find anything to do it. Nope. Everybody that he goes to is afraid of you guys, so he feels like everyone's telling generally the truth. Nobody can break the powerfulness of that thing, because they don't even know about that thing. There's things that Mill West Center uses that they've tried and it's too powerful, so they can imagine that's way too powerful for them. So
Okay.
it's a nothing. All right. Last week, that's technically that same week. Penny, what are you doing?
Yeah, a fashion show that happens over those 3 weeks that I will say, which is these 5 magic items that I got. I just want to say what they are
Yeah, go ahead.
before we forget that I got them. I got adaptive armor, which Clea now has, and I will describe all these later,
And
not
this
right
was
now. 'cause it's a
taken
lot of-
from the Grifflin home.
Yeah, the 5 magic items we got from the Grifflin home. Adaptive armor, bracers of balance, a spelling gem, a staff of symphony, and a dual set. They're called the rings of duplicity, and it's 2 rings. And they have those things, and she's gonna keep all of them, or they'll stay with the thruple, except the rings of duplicity. They'll be gifted to Livia, who already has the little thing for that. So get already that.
Thank you.
But for my week thing, Penny wants to use the time because she knows those people are trickling back from passing the messages, and she wants to use that time to just try to see if she can turn any of them to her side. So Cleonam, meets them at the door and hits them with the, "Oh yes, well, you've been fired, but if you need employment, uh, things are happening," and trying to get them to come into the fold
Roll
because she
a
knows she needs.
persuasion check with advantage because you have Madame Florine speaking with you.
Okay, that is what is pennies? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm black. 24.
Yeah, you get 24.
That +9. Thank you a bit of the belly.
You'll get 17 wizards that want a job. How much are you gonna pay them?
What's regular wizard pay, and also not them dying?
Well, you would pay them per week. Was their schedule before? Let me write this down. And they got paid 75 gold per week.
Oh.
Doing what?
They got paid
They were-
75 for protecting the Shardmine Emporium, for taking care of it custodially, and for doing outreach, and for meeting their quota of bringing in more Shardmines per week.
Call me Elon Musk because we're about to have some layoffs. 'Cause holy
Yes,
How
Tyler.
about we compromise with 10 gold, and the responsibilities are not getting killed by fucking Cthulhu and not being little bitches. I don't need them to perfect anything. They suck at their jobs. We've already beat them once. But I am offering them a new contract, 10
If
gold.
you mention
to...
Cthulhu, that's new to them.
Oh,
No,
for sure. Oh yeah, she's definitely
well,
mentioning
they
Cthulhu.
are going to pretend it's new to them.
Do I know they're pretending?
Well, either
No,
way.
No, because you weren't around during the conversation. You're not aware
Oh,
that
okay.
one said wizard literally got them to the top, so you wouldn't know that they know that. So it looks like to them, and other people have shown they don't know where Cthulhu is, and you've been questioning ever since the unveiling of the statue. So they're believable.
we can give them the same offer they gave the pirates, which is you get to loot everything from the world Cthulhu destroyed.
Yeah, basically the offer is you
Yeah,
get to
I
not
mean-
die. Truly is what I'm proposing. Um,
And a weekly
We-
wage.
but they're definitely getting a heavy pay cut,
All right, so
Um,
I will say 5 of them.
and their
will stay.
responsibilities.
5 of them will stay out of the
Perfect.
11. And these are
That's-
devoted 5. They're for the cause.
Perfect. Thank you. I love that the cause is them just living. But some people aren't devoted to that cause. So I'll take it.
All right, 3 weeks have passed. You've got a very loose, because Bognak was in charge of it and didn't roll very well, catalog of some abilities, but it's definitely not the thousands of shard mines that you just over 3 weeks.
It was a 13. Give me 50%, Scott.
But
I
what are you doing with the shard mines? Because as of right now, they haven't been moved, so this emporium, this small village is overwhelmed with population.
Yeah, I think as they start to get piled in originally, and we're all staying here, we will start to send groups of them to
Port Royal.
Port Royal, just so we're not all crammed in this one place because
Okay.
obviously we don't have space. But we'll start sending some of them back to Port Royal, and they will meet up with.
Cool. So as
the people we left
Bee
here,
and
I can't think of their
Russ
names.
are leaving the city, where would you guys like to go? Would you go back to Port Royal or just wander?
I guess we're gonna head back to Port Royal, honestly. Because
That would be
Bee
perfect
doesn't
timing because
know any other else.
as you go back, the Port Royal is packed. Like you could barely move around. Like even the water part, like Kamapa couldn't move the ship. You couldn't move the Rooter ship. It's overwhelmed with thousands of shard mines. In fact, when you go through that tunnel and come out, be with Russ, you're immediately gonna see red everywhere, and like specks of different color shard mines. And as your party members come back, unless they're staying, then basically Port Royal.
Penny's staying
Okay, Port Royal is
just in Morntown.
overwhelmed with shard mines, and there's like the general conversation about like what the fuck is going on.
I'm like wherever they're at baking. So if they're baking at Port Royal, I'm there.
Okay,
this is a
they are.
awesome character. I love this so much. I'm gonna stay with Penny. I think this time.
Okay,
Do these 5 we've recruited, do any of them know the spell teleportation circle? Come on, useful wizards.
They've got to, because how else did they get there?
Oh wait,
Right?
also, well some of them were well, these people were the ones that walked to take notes, which is why they came back.
Oh.
So they did, but I know they also can they're wizards, so they know they have it in their spell book, but do they know? I mean, I assume some of them know it. I don't fucking know how they work.
They
I'm not gonna
know it,
assume.
but they're not strong enough to use it.
Bitches.
If you would have kept the other wizards, however.
The ones who wanted more money, of course they would know how to use it.
No, not
It's fine.
those. The ones that were there to protect.
Oh yeah. Well, we didn't want to have to kill them because we were coming into
for sure. For sure. But they don't.
But having the spell is at least one step forward.
Yeah.
So we've got that.
I'm gonna XP grind with them. I'm gonna take them into the woods. We're gonna kill a bunch of tippy taps, and we're gonna
We
come
put
back.
those wizards into our training program. We're gonna put them into our boot camp. Yeah, I think Morton's Owl. The people that he takes, I send Morton's Owl back to the camp, the Port Royal, and the ones that he goes back with from here are the ones who are gonna be more combat-y, and he will start to resume training with them.
Okay.
As I'm porting in all these other ones, because what's happening is as they're all coming in, they're all getting the same speech hello, let my people go. I had a dream, and she's giving the whole you are all free now. You're welcome to do what you want. Cthulhu has risen. Big bad is coming. I would like help to defeat Cthulhu. I have no idea how to do that, but you are all now free. You're welcome to join me and fight
At
for your
the
lives.
building?
As these Shardminds are coming in,
Not at
in
Port
droves. Yeah, not at Port Royal.
Okay, that's
So
very
they get-
different. We need to backtrack because now I've assumed that every Shardmine just went to Port Royal, but now you're giving them the choice of freedom. I thought it was you guys are going to go back to Port Royal because this is where we're leading for that actual thing you were recalled to get in one spot. But since you're doing here, we need to come
She's
back next episode and make some rolls to see how many Shardmines you're going to get.
Oh yeah, the moment that they get there, she's not trying because they don't come with people, right? They just come by themselves.
No, some
these
of the
Shardmines
owners
are-
bring them and drop them off.
But yeah, with the Shardminds who are okay, that's what I assumed. But yeah, as we get the Shardminds with us, she's the veil of that illusion drops really quickly. Sorry, I didn't clarify that. Yeah, she has no intention of making them think that
well,
we're doing a real recall.
You didn't see a bunch of Shardmines when you were in that port.
Just kidding.
You didn't. I'll
Sorry.
let you know how many you saw. We'll do that next episode because now we got a huge.
There's even more Shardminds for some reason.
Nice
They
super
brought their
apologies.
friends.
Okay, cool.
Like,
No,
hey.
you're definitely unless you roll perfectly, you're definitely going to lose a lot of these Shardminds because you're giving the freedom of choice.
Yeah, I mean less people I have to house, bitch. If they're not gonna be useful, they're trash. I kill them myself. Truly, they can go. She's not nice. She needs
I
only
cast
effective
guidance. I'm just gonna say it now for next episode,
Remember
so
it,
it's
'cause I
clarified.
won't.
I won't forget that.
Everybody has guidance.
All right, well, we'll let it
Everyone.
sit in that 3 weeks later to end tonight's episode. And when we come back, B will be getting back with Russ to the port, and we'll do something with these Shardminds to figure out how many are going to come back. Because
Sorry.
we're getting to the point now where
All right.
you're building a mass movement, and we need to get numbers in place because you're going to want to move those masses. So
Yeah, I've been tracking. Huh.
all right, cool.
Somewhat.
Well, thank you everybody for playing. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe,
Thank
and
you, thank you.
share. And we'll see you next episode for episode 40. Now, for those who don't
Bye.
know, this is a 60 episode arc. So that means we've got 21 episodes left. Just like
Damn it.
time.
Only 20.
All right, we'll
Love
see you
you
next
all.
time. Bye.
Bye.